two are going to wake before Silas does. Silas will still be inside the tent. Um, and you two would wake up, and you would notice that a certain little goblin friend and one of the new coming uh, teammates you had both ran off somewhere. With you can even see some heavy footprints running off into the woods.
Of course he did.
They did.
Of course they did. You're correct. I like that little guy, but guess it is.
Yeah.
Guess that's how it's gonna be. Um,
Okay.
just outside of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Um, did we sell all of our gems? I
I
don't.
believe you did, and he had one left because you guys did that, and then you
Mhm.
like stacked up on items and stuff, which I will go
Mhm.
ahead and tell you that. Let me open his character sheets real quick. So the goblin, he was part of the ones that had stuff from when you guys bought stuff. So I'm gonna say, just for the sake of not taking it from you guys, he's gonna leave behind his +1 dagger because that's the
I'll
thing
take
y'all
it.
bought that was money. So, oh, and you got him a headband of intellect.
Yeah. Okay.
Um, there's a gold pouch with 250 in it. Let's just do that and be fair. Um, so he leaves behind the dagger +1 and 250 gold. So you guys can pretty much replace those. Um, the other person didn't really get anything from y'all, so yeah. So
Mm.
the did you guys want to have any morning discussion before I bring in?
No, I
Well,
don't.
I think
No.
we were eating, weren't we?
Yeah, you could wake up and make breakfast and such. I think y'all still had some. No, y'all didn't go hunting last night, and you just got thrown out of the castle because you guys just left the dinner party at Ravenloft. So you didn't really have any
Yeah,
meat or
we're.
nothing. So you have rations. I don't think you had anything to cook. So you could be eating some of your
I,
rations that you had.
I thought I foraged some stuff, and yeah, I got a bowl of berries and a bunch of rabbits and
Oh,
all
the
that.
the night before
Yeah, you did.
you did forage. Okay,
Oh,
I misremembered. That was my fault. Then yes, I guess you can cook your rabbits and stuff.
yay.
Eat.
Hot meal.
Go ahead and roll survival for that. Yeah, while you cook it.
Um, oh, actually, it's not too bad. Oh, wrong tab. Oh, god damn it! It's been so long, I've forgotten how this stuff works.
Yeah. Like,
You trying to roll the dice on
There we
the?
go.
There it is. Okay.
Oh,
So
damn.
unfortunately, not only did you
ooh,
chop up like the legs and stuff off of the rabbit in disproportioned and choppy manner, it also came out quite charred on the skin and yet still somehow undercooked inside.
ew. Um,
You can
thank you
hunt.
for the meal. Yeah, I'll eat it.
Well, sorry, I'm not housewife material. Okay.
I forgive you. I
All right.
said I'll still eat it. I'm okay.
Really?
Can you
Even
eat?
if it risks food poisoning?
Hold on. Can you
Uh,
eat
I'll
undercooked
eat it
rabbit?
around. Probably not actually. If it's really raw, can you eat around the issue?
It not. It's not recommended at all. There is no raw version of rabbit that's eaten, so no. You'll have to do a con save
I'll
if
eat
you want
my
to eat it
ration.
anyways.
Nope. I'll eat my I'll eat my rations and the berries.
Okay. Um,
Don't risk your poisoning.
After he's done ruining the rabbit, and you guys are in the middle of eating your rashes, off in the forest, somewhere around north east from you, you hear a type of low pitched but slightly grovelly type of scream for a moment before the sounds of bickering are heard. And I'll let those two
Do you
do
think
that.
that's another group of bandits?
That would be
Oh, was that our
Let's
turn? Was that our
that's
turn?
ready my weapon.
yeah, that is for NPS and Varden. Sir Varden.
Oh,
Ah,
okay.
no, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. I don't
You
wanna.
loathsome lizard! Get back! Get back! You will not eat my bones this day!
I'd never do that to you, man. Listen. I've been out here by myself for so long. The first friend I meet, I step on. Please don't leave. I didn't mean it. He's
Alright,
gonna try to approach you for a hug.
alright, hold there for a second. Daphne and Callister, are you approaching or staying where you're at?
Staying where I'm at, ready my weapon.
I'm also gonna stay where I am and ready my weapon. Don't feel like being stepped on.
As you look over, it's a few trees in and such, but you see two towering figures. One, they're both really hard to see due to all the brush and such, but you see two taller than you figures in the distance, and it looks like you overheard a bit of that, and then you see one of them looks like he's going in to grapple the other.
Um, I
You
guess
know,
they're
I'm gonna
not.
keep watching for now. I'm curious.
Yeah.
Varden, are you gonna stop the response or no?
The shorter of the two giants in the distance is gonna lift up the handle of a weapon he's holding, possibly a large axe. It's hard to tell in the distance, and try to butt the other in the head as he comes in for an apologetic hug.
I've ruined it. He's kind of gonna turn away a little bit and like kind of kick the dirt.
You
Every
keep those
time.
claws away.
Oh, they're not for fighting. I used to just keep clean. It's my mouth that I bite with. These are just more decorative, and I keep them clean. I can scratch real good. That's all these are for. You have
What kind,
nothing to worry about.
what kind of loathsome serpent speaks?
I'm a rather one of a kind, sort of, but nonetheless, I speak. Therefore, I think, just like you, friend. You're not a typical thing. I'm looking at you and your undead nature.
Are you guys approaching it, or are you standing by the fire?
Who sleeps in the ground anyway? I've known a lot more lizard people than people who sleep in the middle of the dirt.
So,
I'm gonna slowly lower my weapon just out of curiosity.
yeah, did we witness this dude just coming out of the ground after being stepped on? Or,
You didn't walk over there, so you didn't see anything.
okay.
You
So we
just
can
ended
see
up,
them towering, but not.
yeah, you can just end up seeing like the figures, and they're very tall figures.
Um, I will slowly approach, still with my weapon,
Of course.
but
As you get closer, you realize one looks like a large humanoid-style crocodile, while the other appears to be a human just fully covered in moss. The moss is covering every bit of his clothing and gear, but in his hand you see a strangely pristine conditioned battle axe.
okay.
Hmm.
The
It
crocodile
is it
strangely
is
looks sad.
it is an axe that is slowly being lowered. As I don't think Sir Varden has necessarily noticed the creeping oncomers yet. But lowers the axe a bit as it seems the crocodile is not trying to start a fight. But he will kind of snarl a little bit. Were you trying to kill me?
I was just trying to check on my friend. That's all. He had me wait out here for days. He went inside that castle down yonder, and I saw some people come in the other day and wanted to see if maybe they see my friend, Mr. Jenkins. Maybe you know him. He's a pretty popular guy. Short little red man. He look kind of well. He shouldn't say this to his face, but people think he's like a kobold, but he's really a really short hobgoblin. It's it's a sickness he has, and he doesn't like to talk. But anyway, have you seen him? Have you seen anyone like that? Or oh no.
I I have not the slightest idea what you are on about, Serpent. What is this place? I must return to my Barovia.
Question out of character, damn. Isn't that where we are, Barovia? I'm a little confused on this Strahd thing.
Yes, you guys are in Barovia. He is extremely lost.
So we're in, and you just said you wanted to get back to Barovia, right? Sunderland, right? All right.
Definitely,
We
you've overheard all of this conversation, and since you got closer, you can hear them perfectly fine.
You,
Okay.
my friend, are in luck because you were sleeping right where you wanted to be, right in Barovia. So I don't know how you managed to sleep all the way here, but you did it. I'm happy for
Oh,
you. Yeah.
this this cannot be Barovia. I remember Barovia. Fields of wildflowers and thistle, forests that turned their green leaves to a bright sun. What is this wretched place? It is not my home.
Jeez. I don't know how long you were asleep for, but maybe. Can I look at the hole? And try to figure out like how just cemented he was in there.
Yeah, go ahead and do a, I want to say nature check, because you're looking to see how much of that nature area you understand.
Yeah. Just if I like
Either
recognize
that
like
or
any like.
perception. So whichever one you're comfortable
Nope.
with, I'm fine with.
I'll do perception. 19.
All right. Uh, it looks like exactly his shape, made out of dirt with moss around it. It looks like the moss that is covering his body was the entirety of the moss that was laying on that ground in his exact body shape that he was laying in. He was practically in the dirt slightly.
Jeez. I'm not too in tune with nature, but man, you left a pretty nice U-shaped hole in the ground there. You might have been sleeping for a lot longer than you may have intended, my friend. Much longer.
Asleep. He kind of turns back to glance at this Looney Tunes hole in the moss, where he's been cocooned, roots and brambles kind of filling out the underside of it. I think there's a couple objects down there. He'll kind of backing away from the lizard peaceably. Kneel down to pick up like a couple of rags that disintegrate when touched, a chunk of armor rusted to nothing, a little portable chess set in pretty decent condition still, and something that appears to be like a rusted pin or a medal. Just yeah, he'll kind of kneel there for a moment.
Just so y'all know,
Um,
as you guys approach Sir Varden, and I'm guessing now that things have calmed down, even the crocodile would know, there's like this rancid corpse, mildewy smell just permeating the area that technically came when he first stood up off the ground after you stepped on him.
Ew.
oh no. Um, hello? What are you guys doing here? Who are you? And
Ah,
what
you.
are
I
you?
recognize you and the other
Me?
one. Yeah, you went into that castle the night before or the day before. I'm looking for my friend, a small red man. Have you seen a man named Mr. Jenkins? He's very, very grandiose. He would have made himself known to anyone and everyone who'd listen.
I can't say I've met a Mr. Jenkins, and I did unfortunately go into that castle. Were you watching us go into the castle?
See, he was invited inside a few days ago, and well, me and him are partners, you see, and he tells me if I go inside, I'll say something silly and mess up everything, and it's best if he does all the talking. It's best for me to wait outside. And ooh, sorry, ooh, yeah, nearly dropped something. Yeah, if I go
Yeah.
outside, if I go inside, I'll just mess it up. So I'll wait for him, and it's been days, and I don't know what he's doing.
Okay, well, we've been in that castle. If it's been days, I don't know how okay your friend is.
What? What do you mean? You don't think? Okay?
Um, yeah,
Callister,
I think. Uh,
Callister, are you gonna join at all? You're hearing the grumbling and such.
He's
I'll
just
keep
like
it an eye on
glancing.
Daphne, but I can't hear what's going on, so I'm just gonna shout, Daphne, are these guys dicks? Do I need to shoot at them? Yell if there's something wrong.
Wayne is probably gonna like just hold his face a little bit and just start kind of like just like biting his nails, just kind of like starting to breathe kind of
Honestly,
heavily.
Alistair, I have no idea what is going on, and it
Should I
smells really
shoot
bad.
just to be safe?
To give point
Hmm.
of views real quick, Sir Varden and Impius, yes. You two see what looks to be a little camp area and just two elves there. Uh, that's all that you see here. And then Daphne, now that you got a really good look, you do see what looks to be a walking corpse covered in moss. His chainmail is covered in moss from head to toe. You can't even see the fine linking area. While the crocodile seems to be wearing scales, just his body. He's a crocodile, right? So, and he has
And a
two.
loincloth. Don't forget the loincloth.
Of course, there's always a
Oh God.
loincloth. The loincloth, and then he has two short swords, and your undead guy has just the big old battle axe. That is not covered in moss. It almost looks like shiny.
Uh,
Hmm.
Callister, I think you should get over here. And you can also see that Daphne is still holding her weapon ready. She's pretty skeptical of whatever is happening, especially the nail biting
Yeah.
of the
I'll,
crocodiles.
for the sake of
what
face, I'll
what's
say Silas
well
came
what
out.
do yeah
Um,
what do these strangers look like?
so for Daphne, she has like long braided hair. It's red right now, and her eyes are very red. She's looks like a normal elf besides that, I believe.
Hmm.
Glowy eyes.
Red eyes,
Definitely a little
red
pissed
eyes
off.
as in red
As in
eyes as in crying too long, or red eyes as in demonic glow.
demonic
Uh,
glow.
Hmm.
Ah,
Nice.
Mhm. Yeah. I
Ugh.
didn't use
Impious after.
And
Sorry about that.
it's okay.
yeah, you
Callister, did you want to go ahead and explain yourself before he does?
yeah, Callister just has like a round skin, rugged beard, and like rugged but neat beard and hair and pointy ears. Just yeah, I
an elf.
guess like yeah, an elf and um trying to think of the word. Just like a rogue-like looking man. Like when you
Oh,
think
he's wearing dark clothes that has the hood and stuff.
you
That
know,
so.
when you think basic rogue, that's what he looks like basically.
Yeah.
Basic bitch, yeah.
Basic bitch. Yeah, Daphne's also really short compared to probably both of you, so
The
probably not as threatening as she hopes to look.
Yeah, so for size purposes, Daphne is I believe shorter than Callister.
By
Yeah, shorter
four.
than Callister
Yeah.
by quite like a little bit, maybe like a whole foot. And then Silas behind them also appears to be an elf. Has some blue lightning marks on his skin that are visible, and he is the same height as Callister.
Uh, I thought that Silas was appearing human right now.
Is he appearing human right now? Okay, sorry, he's appearing
I
human right
thought
now.
that's what he. Yeah,
Um,
he changed it.
okay, yeah, it's hard to keep up with him. But and for height reasoning, the corpse is 7.5 feet, while the other one, the crocodile, stands a clear 8 feet tall.
Jesus, that's tall.
Jeez. Oh my God.
Towering figures.
Daphne is like looking at Callister like, do you smell this? And what the hell is going on?
Hands may have
The
to be
smell
thrown.
that's coming. Oh, whoa. Hands might have to be thrown.
Yeah.
What are you doing here? And I'm pointing at the corpse.
Yeah, this is a ghastly looking thing. Kind of kneeling beside its own grave. Um, what glimpses of skin that there are so wrinkled and mummified as to appear like tree bark, moss and crusts, rusty armor, um, and just slightly glowing green eyes in dark sockets glance up through a rusted helmet um, to you. Were you trying to kill me?
Well, we were, and then we heard you. And then we let you guys. Well, I thought that you guys were good,
Well,
but
no, we
yeah.
weren't trying to kill anyone
Well,
yet.
yeah, there you go. That's what I meant. And now, no, we're not trying to kill you.
That's
He looks down.
comforting.
He looks down. One hand has this massive axe, seemingly untouched by the years, but the other has a scrap of fabric. And he almost holds it up as if trying to compare it to Daphne's garment, and kind of shakes his head and puts it away. Stands up. I apologize, Serpent, and to you, campers, if I caused you any distress. I have not come here with the intention to harm. I am trying to make sense of all of this.
So
What are
I don't think we need to throw hands with them, Daphne.
me? You okay? Well, what is it that? What are you trying to figure out? You've woken up, if I understand correctly.
I, I cannot recall.
Hmm.
I, my name, my name is Sir Varden of the, of, of the moss and loam and dirt, I suppose. I, I remember very little.
Hmm. Are you looking for answers?
Yes, answers. Although I do not expect you have any to give. Is there danger? Is something wrong?
I mean, we were
Well,
kind of thinking you guys might be the danger, but if you guys aren't hostile, then everything's cool.
yeah. And you're looking for your friend, and you say he's been in the castle for a few days.
Yes, yeah. 2 or 3 nights ago, we arrived. He went in by himself, and never really, you know. He told me he'd come back out the same night, but I just been patiently waiting. I'm good at being patient, but even I get a little restless. Do you guys know how to get into that castle?
Wouldn't recommend it.
Yeah, we can definitely point you there. What was your name again?
Impious blasphemy.
Okay.
What a last name.
Yeah.
Lovely name.
It was given to me by my friend, Mr. Jenkins. He said it means good friend or a nice guy.
Oh, it does not.
Yes, it does.
I don't. You have a nice friend. I'm
Yes.
sure we can go look for him. Yeah.
What does your
I
friend
mean,
look like?
Well, he's vertically challenged, so to speak. That's what he calls it. He's a hobgoblin, but he's only about 2 or 3 feet tall. People say he kind of looks like a kobold because of some facial deformities. He's very sensitive about it, so don't ever mention anything about it. But yeah, you can't miss him. It's like just a short red man with goblinoid features. If any of you three seen anything like that in the castle?
if he's
Nope.
2 feet, I feel like maybe you can miss him, but we definitely didn't see that.
I mean,
Uh,
I'm just glad. I was really expecting his friend to be the guy that killed Zareth, and I was going to be like, ah, this isn't going to end well.
Yeah.
well,
But
Mr. Jenkins told me to wait outside, but he never said I couldn't find my own way in. He said you had to be invited inside. Do you know how to maybe get an invitation or another way in or something to that effect?
I
I
mean,
don't want
well, if
I'm not
we
going to
can take
sugarcoat this man. He might be dead. They're not
try
great
to tell
people in
him.
there.
He started doing that.
They are terrible people. We were in there and they killed our friend, and then they charmed us, and then they threw us out, and they kidnapped another person we were supposed to be escorting. It was a whole situation, and it was not great.
Well, he has a very smooth tongue, as he calls it. He can talk his way out of anything. He always does. I'm sure he's fine. I'm gonna kind of like pace in circles a little bit, kind of like hold my temples, kind of pace.
Sir Varden,
We could take you to the
Sir
castle.
Varden, yeah. So is the castle visible on the horizon?
Oh, you're asking me. Sorry, that's a me question.
Yeah.
That's sorry. You guys have been doing it for a minute.
Probably.
Forgot I was here for that. No, I mean maybe a little bit. Like you could tell like some of it because of how tall the tower is, but it's a winding hill to get back up.
Okay.
So it'd be like
Yeah.
mostly obscured, but I mean, tall tower, tall castle, so you'd see a bit of it.
Sir Varden has more or less completed picking up any specks of personal belongings that remain, and kind of stands tall, plants the axe head in the grass next to his feet. You can see that there's a kind of lion's visage sculpted into each side of the sort of double-bladed axe. And he says, I have not caught all the details of little goblin men with smooth tongues and castles, but it sounds as though you are beset by brigands.
While he was
What does
talking,
that
You,
mean?
NPS, you probably would have noticed a little Cthulhu-faced pseudo dragon crawl out of the tent and get up next to the human in the back.
I was just about to ask about that. Oh, what's that little guy all the way back there? Does he have a name?
Oh,
I don't know if Silas named him.
I don't know if we named him. He just showed up. Silas summoned him, I believe,
Oh,
and it's just been that way.
I'm
Since
positive he did name him, and it was like something Kraken or something like that.
Yeah, I don't want to just say Kraken though.
was it Cthulhu?
No, he said something. I think it was something a little clever, but I totally didn't write it.
Okay,
I
more
need.
clever than
I should. I'll write it down on his bonds next time we talk to him, so I have it.
He's a weird looking fellow. He reminds me of home. A lot of weird fellows back home. Hmm.
Hmm.
Do you guys just want to sit down or something like that instead of just standing here in the trees?
I think we should show them to the castle, and maybe you guys should get up the trees. If you're maybe, I don't know if you eat, but we do have some rations if
Uncooked
you
raw
want.
rabbit.
Well, I
I
like
mean,
food. I'll
yeah,
take some
maybe.
food.
Okay, well, come along
Kind of
then.
like just marches very confidently to you
Definitely.
guys.
I don't think we should show them where the castle is because that's not going to end well for any of us.
What do we do about the crying um crocodile?
Well, Mr. Jenkins says I'm
Um,
not allowed in until he says so. I'm not gonna disregard him, but he never said anything about getting my own way in, either like getting invited again or traveling with you. So
yeah.
maybe that could work.
Well, you can travel with us. We definitely probably will be invited again. But
Perfect. And Mr. Jenkins says
um,
I wasn't clever, that he was the clever brother. uh,
he's your brother?
like not by blood, but by bond. Our blood,
Uh,
our blood bond is stronger than any womb water. We go way back. I met him when I was just a
Your
boy.
To make it easier on your movement, you can use your keyboard after you click on your token.
Yeah, I like just like clicking, like moving around.
Just make sure.
I'm gonna hand
Oh,
out some
I know
rations
that.
to
Ah,
you
I did not
guys.
know that. Okay.
Varden, as you get handed the ration, you find yourself to have zero desire to eat. No hunger, pains, or nothing.
Yep. Is what is the ration I've been given? A nutrient stick, a bit of beef jerky.
It's a bit of beef jerky. We also have some fresh berries right
I will
now.
stick the little bit of beef jerky discreetly in like a rotten belt pouch, um,
As you do that, you can't.
to carry on.
As you do that, you can't help but notice that there's almost no discernible difference between the way the jerky looks and the way your hand looks.
Mm.
I think Daphne's
Stop.
watching this and just terrified, but you can't see it,
What
but it's
do
different.
you two live here in these forests in this tent?
No, we
You
don't
on the
live
office?
here. We
Right, I sent you a
Office?
DM if that helps.
we don't live
So
here.
what'd you
We
say?
actually came from
Definitely
How
want to run them through the whole backstory.
do you want to do the
well,
whole?
um I really think that we should probably go to Valaki together. I think maybe you'll find some answers, and maybe your friend has left the castle, and since you're here, maybe he just didn't see you.
Maybe. Well, he told me to wait somewhere pretty specific. Just right down back yonder over there.
But you're
Uh,
not there. You're
yeah,
here.
that was. I had to come look. It's been days. I get so bored. No one to talk to. First friend I meet, I step on. Just, oh, it's rough. It's been rough. I'm just kind of sitting by the fire, just kind of like rolling, getting like my scales all warmed up.
Do you recall who your friend Mr. Jenkins was to meet with?
A gentleman named Strahd. Strahd.
Strahd.
Yeah,
Good old
that
Yeah.
one.
street.
Straight. Have you ever met Strahd? Either of you?
He sent an envoy, but that was all.
I wanna consult the DM maybe for a history
So
check.
you wouldn't
Does that
know about Strahd because well,
yeah
actually you would have.
is it
He would.
yeah
I
I,
feel.
I'm curious if there's any dredge of facts that I might recall associated with that name.
I'd imagine that you were close with the Zarovich family, and I believe you would have known Strahd as a standard noble.
Yeah. Yeah. Um I think then he's like, ah, that bright young chap. That that
Oh,
that is the first familiar thing I have known.
I don't know how long you've been sleeping, but I don't know if he's as bright as he was when you were
Kind of a dick.
not. He's definitely a dick. But yeah, maybe you should, when you get the chance to meet him again, you can probably decide. How did you
Yes.
end up in the ground? Do you feel dead? Are you,
Do you
Ah,
feel dead?
I don't know.
To just flat say it is wild.
And I feel like that's what you
I
would do. Blunt questions.
I feel alive. I remember little, but I remember that I made an oath to light and life, and I, I, something terrible has happened to me, but I still live. Yes, perhaps I should ask a familiar face. Maybe he can tell me what has happened to this place.
Ooh, I would not recommend that.
Mm-mm.
I mean, okay,
What?
I'll explain. Full disclosure:
Okay.
we came to this town. We're not told we can't leave until we're here. Did some help some townspeople out. Got asked to do a quest to go escort a girl. Failed that miserably. Got our companions killed by Strahd, and now we kind of want to kill him now. So that's the current goal: kill Strahd. But we can't do it yet because he's got a lot of things and we're too weak.
Oh, hmm.
Uh, that's pretty fair. If someone killed Mr. Jenkins, I'd want to kill him too.
It's possible that he did, just to let you know.
Stop saying that. He's fine. He's fine. He's fine.
He's fine, you're right. I will not repeat it. I can only say it so many times, but I won't.
Uh,
I think I'm sorry. Not for your loss, but I'm still sorry.
there is no loss. You don't know that.
Exactly, that's why I'm not sorry about it.
Piston.
Hello? Hello? Is anyone
You
out there?
you guys hear a voice
Another
calling
one.
from the south of you. As you
Hello?
as you turn, you
Hello.
see a what looks to be a goblin with a big old backpack full of different tools and such, and then I'll let him explain the rest of himself.
Is that
Bulbous, you're
Mr.
back.
Jenkins?
What? That's not my name. What? Well, first, before I even introduce myself, I'm gonna do my roll,
Yes.
if I could.
Oh, I
Is it?
might be racist.
You get advantage on it too.
Thank you.
Sorry.
What's that? That is a. Did we decide this was an insight or an investigation? I forgot.
It should be a perception. You're looking.
Perception. My bad. There we go. So 11.
11.
Yes.
I believe Callister has perfectly fine boots. Uh, you're not wearing boots, are you, Impious?
No, no, I'm not.
Okay. And
Mm.
Daphne, your shoes are fine too, right? I think so.
Hmm.
Yeah, so you see that the two elves have perfectly fine shoes, but the lizard guy standing next to the fire is shoeless completely.
Well, that's very strange. I see. Well, it's gonna be tricky figuring out how to sell you boots. I'm Zrag. Nice to meet you all. I've been stuck here and I've been lost in this forest for days. The strange guards brought me in and I can't leave. This fog gonna
I'm
start
Minerva's
choking when I
guard.
walk into it. They told me I could work here, but I'm just stuck here now, which sucks. Really bad, because I'm trying to make coin.
Oh,
Yeah,
jeez.
we know how that feels. We were also trapped here.
Hmm.
But
Well,
maybe
do y'all happen
looking
to know a way to get rid of this weird fog around here? Because I want to leave. This gloomy place is not where I want to set up shop.
Yeah,
I
we know
think
one way.
we yeah, kill Strahd.
Okay,
Yeah.
then I'm on board.
Wait, that's the
Sir
It's good enough for
Varden,
me.
hold on. Sir Varden, any response to that?
I mean, I
Also,
think
if any of your
I think
boots are in disrepair, I can work on them and make them better.
Hold on, sir.
Also, if any of you destroy your boots in any way, I will be extremely angry. Do not do that.
One
Just bring
second.
them to me and I can fix them.
1 second, Drag.
so.
Sorry, I asked Sir Varden how you thought of them saying
Oh
kill
yeah.
Strahd for
Well,
the fog thing.
well,
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear
well.
you.
It's all good.
Sir Varden looks down. He's got like one boot. The other one
Mm.
is like a skeletonized foot. The boot that remains is mostly like wet leather that's falling apart at the seams. Um,
Of course.
kind of
I,
kind of looks up again. I There has only been one name I know that you have mentioned, and it is Strahd. I do not understand how killing some noble boy's son would clear the mists. We must dedicate ourselves to the light, to the sun. It will banish any fog. I, 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 uh,
I imagine every time he
I do
like
not
stumbles,
understand
he's like looking up and noticing the heavy overcast that just completely blocks out any amount of sunlight,
I haven't
completely
seen the sun in 3 days. I don't know what you're talking about.
ruining his whole point.
Hey,
Yes, it
you want to get rid of the
seems
fog.
distant here.
Extremely so. This place is gloomy and I do not like it.
Well, what about you, Verdon? You want to search for the light, help this place that doesn't look like home anymore, right?
If this is truly my home, then it has fallen to a sorry state. Perhaps this is
And
why I have been arisen to mend it.
mhm. I know what it's like to have home taken away. Are you willing to do anything to save your home?
If you are about to ask me to kill a noble boy I barely know, I will need to know more before I can promise that. But
Well, he's not a boy, he's a full grown man.
He is a
really,
man, actually. He's not a child. Yeah, I didn't realize that. He's like very old, probably as old as you, but
hmm,
Zrag,
I
would you
more.
have started on anyone's boots or anything?
That's actually what I was about to ask. Also, big guy, do you happen to know what year it is? What year was it when you first, you know, fell asleep? I'm guessing.
Oh yeah.
hmm, it it was summer.
Mm.
Really narrows it down.
Yeah, totally. Well, that goes right over that. I'll just let you know we're in
Um,
735 now, but okay. I'm gonna go ahead and go over to our.
You're in
Oh,
14.
considering that
Just so you know, you're in
he
14.
only has one boot, that's pointless, and you
14
don't
light
wear
boot.
any boots, which is not great.
I
You, right
mean,
here. What'd you say your name was? Daphne, right?
Daphne. Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and
Uh,
enchant your boots if that's all right with you.
Okay, I will allow that.
I think just the thing you're doing doesn't take 10 minutes, right?
Let's see. Yeah, it's like once a day, starting at first level. You can improve a pair of boots, tougher than usual, non-magical, 10 feet. It doesn't say its exact time on it. It
No
just says
time?
once a day. Yeah,
Okay, then that one's just magically doing.
yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, your boots are now enchanted. You can like run 10 feet faster for the day.
Oh, well, thank you.
No worries. I needed you guys to be strong and not die, so that'd be nice.
It does.
Well,
Takes 10 minutes. I was just double checking it. Sharpen
Oh,
toes,
okay.
right?
Yeah, sharpen toes.
Yeah, you tend to non-magical boots. It takes 10 minutes, so she'd have to take them off so you could like mess with them. And then yeah, you would get 10 extra feet and advantage on acrobatic skill checks for 24 hours.
hmm, okay.
Yep. But now they're enchanted for now. Until I see more of y'all's fighting style, I'll decide who will get more assistance. Really.
That's a brave statement to say. A group you just walked up on.
Well, I'm really only. Well, well, for one, I'm here. I'll describe. My abilities are more towards the support side. I'm not going to be immediately doing these crazy smashing moves like the big guy over there with his axe.
Did you want
Yeah.
to describe your character a little bit better than I just did with the two statements?
Yes. Also, again, nice to meet you all. I'm Zrag, just a little green goblin. I'm from the north. It's a lot more snowy there, but the summers are beautiful. It's a little bit. I'll just pull off to the side and reveal my crest. Uh, for I think it's I come from a smithy of dwarves. They adopted me and took care of me for some time, but it's the smithy of golden petals.
If you have that
And
image, you can share it in the chat. Be good.
okay, yeah, I'll go and toss it into Discord so you guys can see it.
Would Daphne know
No, you wouldn't know
anything?
this group. No.
No.
Let's
Okay.
I'll let her
But
continue.
I'm not only good with boots. I can also do a little bit of smithing. So if you need any help on repairing your armor at all, I can help with that.
Oh,
Save image. There we go.
Do you know someone named Mr. Jenkins?
I have no clue who that is. I've never met anybody in my life named Mr. Jenkins. I'm
Do
sorry
you
to say.
know someone? Do you know someone named Mielaliki?
That's even more foreign to me.
I cannot remember why, but I remember her name, and that maybe she showed me a kindness once. She was not the one killed by those brigands at the castle, was she?
no, she wasn't, I don't believe. No, but I think you I think I think you've been on the ground for a very long time. I don't Oh man. Okay, I'm gonna stop telling people their friends are dead. Let's we could show you guys this.
Hmm?
You're about to be like everyone
I
you
wanna
know.
I don't know
uh
anyone here.
I was
I
like,
mean, a few
no.
people in town hired me for a little bit of work, but there's no good work in town. Everybody's all depressed here.
They are really depressed and they drink a lot of alcohol.
It doesn't help when they're puking all over
And
their shoes all the time.
maybe
I can
you
only ask to
shouldn't
polish their
clean their
shoe
shoes.
polish so many times.
Have you considered becoming a guard? It is
No.
hard work, but it is a noble employ.
Do you see my size? Me, a guard? I'm small, by
Hmm.
the
You can
way,
do
so about 3'4".
anything you set your mind to, kiddo.
Yep, Zrag
Kiddo,
is
Oh
I'm
god.
26.
Yeah.
Zrag is smaller than everybody else here.
Hey,
26.
By comparison, you're probably the youngest one here.
26 is
Probably.
adult
Well,
in
I'm
my years, but okay. Yeah,
Isn't 26 like really old for a goblin? Like
Maybe
chronologically speaking.
we'll find out.
maybe. I wouldn't really know. But my family was killed, and I kind of got adopted by the dwarves. They taught me their craft. Well, not really adopted. They kind of just put me to work, and then they decided I'm not a slave anymore.
Oh,
It's
you guys
fine.
have really great friends and family.
Well, they gave me skills. Now I'm just trying to improve my craft more. Cobblery. Yes.
Yeah. Well, you do a good job on shoes. I think
Uh,
if you, I think all of you guys should just at least follow us to town and make your own opinions. I'm not asking you guys, or don't think any of us are asking you to do anything. I think you guys should just come with us at least, not stay in this forest.
Good idea.
And
We can also get a pair of boots for the big guy. I'll have to custom make some for the lizard man.
Yeah, I'm really heavy. I kind of just rip and tear every boot I step in. But I implore you to try. I have
Don't worry,
gone through many.
I'll adjust them to your size. You'll be fine.
Oh, it's not the size, it's the issue. It's when I step and run, they kind of just they split
That's
right
fine.
open.
I'll repair them. That's completely fine. I'll repair them anytime, as long as you have the coin.
Oh yeah, well, that's the glaring problem.
uh, so just to clarify, MTS is only wearing like a loincloth, or
Yes.
I mean, I have like some other like decorative bands.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard. Can you like hit like Shift Z, I think, on my token, Mr. DM? You get a better look. I don't have like the picture of him
Oh, I can just do that.
on me.
Here we go. I'll just do that.
Whoa!
There you go. Now you can see him.
oh, okay,
Nice.
understood.
Yeah.
Mr. Jenkins likes to do some prize fighting, arena battles, and all manner of quests. And he says looking distinct helps create a nice image or something. A funny word I think he calls it publicity. So, that's why my outfit is a little extravagant.
The more you describe Mr. Jenkins, the more I worry he is himself a bandit or a gambling man. Are you happy in his employ?
Oh, me and him go way back. He's so kind to me. He gave me my name. I'm a quarter mix. I'm like, what I was told, I was like a quarter dragonborn, a quarter lizard folk, a quarter Yuan-Tai, and a quarter something else. So all four of them didn't really like me, but Mr. Jenkins, he saw me and he said, "Hey, it's not about being weird. It's about being lovable."
Was your group
Yeah.
perhaps a circus?
No,
Okay.
no,
I was just curious, that's all.
just weird circumstances.
Okay.
We're both outsiders that found each other. Well, he found me. He's a great man. You guys will love him when we find him in the castle because he's alive. I
To
will
show
do
him
that.
friendly, does anybody have
I-
anything magical they want me to check out? Like-
It's a great
There
No.
are some good questions.
It's good. I can save it for later if that's the case.
Yeah, save it.
I have
for
the I have the identify spell prepared. No, not prepared, more so I can just do it once a day.
You guys don't have an
Okay.
item that you needed to clarify?
maybe actually. Yeah.
I think Silas has it in the notes if you have anything.
Mhm.
Won't cost you for the identify spell. I'll just do that for free. Although if I do
I
have to cast
think-
it at a spell level, then yes, I will cost my spell slots.
I kind of have a weird
think
lump on my arm. Can you check that out for me?
I'm not gonna waste my once a day spell on a lump, and I'm not. I'm trying to think. Well, there's nothing I can do for that right now. You look
But it
barely
itches.
It just itches. You're fine.
Oh, some cobbler you are.
I make shoes. I'm not a professional healer.
I'm leather. They're leather. What's the
That's-
difference?
Difference is your crocodile skin. I'd have to take you apart, and then I'd have to dry your skin somehow. There's a lot of more processes in this than you think.
You want
That's
you want
fair.
him to, you know? Okay.
Okay.
Are you asking him to make something out of you, or
He was
No, I
asking
have
me to
this-
heal him. Oh,
I have
heal
this
a
weird-
scratch
Oh.
he has on a lump.
okay?
He probably just got bit by a
Ah,
mosquito.
okay. The crocodile?
think Sir Varden will come over to the cobbler then, presenting this huge great axe, which seems untouched by the mire in the way that Varden has been.
That is a little strange.
There's kind of a lion emblem emblazoned on each side. I would be curious for your expertise on why this has weathered the years so well. The only other item I have that has survived in such condition is this little chess set, but that is because I got it waterproof specifically.
That's interesting. But yeah, I'm perfectly fine with me. I'll go ahead and use my my once a day identified to check out his axe.
Alright. You would know that it is a battle axe of pride, which is similar to the longsword of pride. Essentially, it's a +1 damage and attack weapon that gives a boost, the advantage to all charisma skill checks to the one attuned to it, and it's due to its prideful nature and magical essence. It's too prideful to be dirtied.
Well, your weapon seems to have an interesting enchantment on it. It's enchanted to be a tiny bit stronger. It also will make you a little bit, let's say, suave when you're talking to people. And it's so prideful to a point that it does not take any filth on it. It'll keep itself clean, basically. Makes my life a little easier. At least I don't have to worry about cleaning your weapon.
I never knew it would come in such youth. And he'll move over to Impious. Would you allow me to touch your neck?
Okay. You wouldn't give me a hug earlier. We're kind of, what was going on here?
He reaches out a skeletal lichen encrusted finger and pokes the lump. And I will lay on hands for 1 HP.
That feels nice.
Lugia.
Ah.
If it comes back, talk to a real doctor.
Will do. Can I have my hug now?
No.
Ah.
You said for I wonder. So you said we might get some answers back in town, basically?
Well, we're not really sure what we'll find, and I should warn you, we might be in a bit of trouble in town right now.
Okay, that's great.
Yeah, we've lost someone that we were supposed to bring there.
Oh, we did not lose them.
I was being
Exactly.
nice.
Clarify, lost.
She was kidnapped, because we were attacked by Strahd. Yeah.
So why is she just
charmed.
kidnapped and Mr. Jenkins dead?
Oh, well, I think Strahd believes that she's someone he used to love. I think he believes she's a reincarnate of his long-lost lover.
Aw.
Have
Good
you
for
tried
them.
finding another way back into the castle?
Currently, we don't
that
think it's...
she's underage.
Okay, well, I wasn't gonna say it, but yeah, it's actually really disgusting. It's not great.
Not good for them.
No, and she also doesn't love him or want him at all. It's kind of not consensual.
We think she was charmed.
Ah, I see. That makes things trickier.
Yeah.
I shall have to talk some sense into him when we catch up.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Were y'all able to find any other ways into their weird castle? Or we just want to go back to town?
We didn't try. He wasn't very diplomatic. And he was a little bit strong for what we... If we were to find our way in there, and then he was to find us, I don't think we would find our way out.
Ah, I see. Okay.
Plus, he's got a lot of monsters hanging around the castle too.
Yeah, there's a lot of beings.
Well, that makes things tricky. Hmm.
I think for now we should continue getting answers. We did get a card reading. Maybe you guys will know
Like tarot?
something. I think
Like
yes.
tarot cards? My bad.
Taroka.
Yeah, like tarot cards.
In
I
Taroka.
see.
in Faerun, they're called Taroka.
Taroka.
Yes.
Oh, my bad.
It's all good.
I don't know.
So we did get 5 cards. I'm unsure if you guys will know anything about this. Oh,
There's your 5 cards.
equal.
Correct. Yeah, this is in the notes. Here we go.
Yes, it is in the notes.
Da-da. Okay. Okay, so it seems like we have to. All of these are some type of riddle, basically. We'll have to.
Yeah,
Hmm.
he wasn't very helpful.
Some seem kind of on the nose, though. Like this first one: seek a cask that once contained the finest wine, of which not a drop remains. Which that's very vague, but it's pretty on the nose. It seems like we
No,
have to
yeah,
find a cask that's empty, obviously.
That's actually where we're
there's
heading to next.
yeah, we're just not well equipped yet to go there, but we do actually know about that one. There is a winery, I believe,
A
that
wizard
we will
winery.
Winery
into.
Wizard?
A
Ooh,
wizard winery, yeah.
that could be interesting. I wonder if he
So
has any books. Sorry,
Mm.
I'm always thinking about how to make my boot crafting better.
Craft
we
away.
could definitely use some. Yeah.
Books
I
would be
don't
good
believe that.
for my learning as well. Did any
Yeah.
of your
Yeah.
cards in your fortune tell you you would meet a man made of moss in the woods?
Absolutely
I
not.
don't think so.
Hmm.
No.
Then I would not put too much stock in them.
Well, we didn't really ask who we'd meet. We actually didn't really ask for this mission. We are also stranded here. We just want
Oh,
to go. Yeah.
I mean, how about before you have your conversation with Strahd, you explore a little bit the land, see the state it's in, and then you make up your mind.
I am amenable to this. I will comprise a list of things that I must discuss with him.
Because it is not great out there.
No, it's
Hmm.
kind of depressing.
Did you guys want to start walking toward the city and continue the conversation?
Yes,
Yeah,
I'll see you
we're
guys
sounds
we're
good.
back
not
then.
going to. Or yeah,
Hmm?
for for Zrag, we're not going to the city you were probably at. We're going to a different one.
Oh,
Not
okay,
where
gotcha.
we're all sad and
Oh,
drunk. Maybe this one's better. I think they're having a festival.
Oh, that sounds nice.
Hmm. Should be
Hmm.
interesting.
I wonder. I wonder if they have some lodestones on sale. Could help. Then we don't have to buy you, big guy, one boot.
Sir
So,
Varden will help as much as possible with the packing up and just carry a absurd amount of tents or baggage, whatever needs to be handled.
I would also like to help.
oh,
I'm already carrying this
great.
big backpack. I'm not helping anymore.
Good,
I
actually.
mean, cheers, we didn't have that much stuff.
Yeah, but still nice.
Yeah.
Were these burnt rabbit feet leftovers, or can these go?
They probably should go. Apparently, I can't
Oh,
eat them.
can't you eat them, big guy? Aren't
Yes.
you weird? Like, I'm guessing based on that touch, you're a paladin. Can't you weird paladins like ignore diseases and junk?
I have no desire to eat these crispy rabbit feet.
Hmm,
That is valid.
that's fair.
Yeah.
Serpent, would you like any crispy rabbit feet?
I would
I'm
love some
complete.
crispy rabbit feet.
Oh,
It's raw. I don't know if you want to eat that, actually. Maybe you
I
can.
love I love
Can you eat
rare.
that?
Let me get them.
Oh,
Held up my hand.
rare raw.
I imagine his biology's a little different.
Yeah, I realized
Who's
he's
eating? Who's eating it?
Judge him by your human standards, Daphne.
Impious.
Oh,
what?
crocodile. You'll be fine. Um,
Kind of just eat them like chicken nuggets.
uh,
Tender.
Zrag and everyone else should have seen these same type of gates when you first entered Barovia. Um, and I'd imagine that MPS would be aware of them since he's traveled with Jenkins. But it would be a strange sight for Sir Varden when you guys continue down the road and you reach the area with the large jutting out from the woods are these large masonry slabs with two headless statues, one on each side, armed with a stone shield and a typical sword, with the big iron gates that are currently held open, allowing the path to continue um, as the fog continues to swirl around, seemingly to clear away from the gate itself.
I must have been sleeping for at least 10 years.
Can I investigate the gate?
Sure. Um,
Just get a little curious about it. Oh,
okay,
nat 20. Sweet.
okay. Okay, now I
I
feel
wasn't
bad.
expecting.
I was gonna say you wouldn't have to roll because it's just these are gates all around Barovia that kind of section off different areas of the land. So this side of the gate that y'all were on was the village of Barovia land area, whereas you guys are now going into the Valaki city land area, and I think there's one more gate somewhere that sections off another area. So,
Okay, gotcha.
yeah.
It's all chance. I'm not too worried.
Okay. Well,
Plus,
all right.
no investigation's one of my higher stats. I'll be fine.
Alrighty. But yeah, you guys can continue your converse. I'll be moving the circle to go for your distance you're traveling. Unless you guys want to jump to the city, that's up to you.
I
Train
just
sync.
got one question.
Hmm.
You were talking about a smell from Burden. Was he smelly because he came from the ground, or is he still?
I'll say that during this walk, you kind of like looked him over to see what the source of that smell is, and you'll notice that the common clothes underneath his ripped chainmail is not only tattered and torn, but also just like molded, like almost like it's black instead of whatever color it used to be. Um, and a his chainmail, the part that some of the moss clears away, you can see like rusted chains from past blood, where there's this open gash in the middle of the chainmail itself. So, and then he's a walking corpse. So,
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
well,
I was just, if
hmm.
we're taking him into a town, I was just worried that, you know.
yeah, y'all are traveling with a
You
corpse,
can't.
so you got one
Yeah,
you got one more turn to figure that out. You got.
yeah.
Big
It's
guy, you
I
might
like
want to
should,
wait back.
actively,
yeah, I should have
actively
said
like
the thought.
One, one
Sorry.
second, big
this
guy.
dirt
Wait.
is
Hang out
falling
back
out
for a
of him
second
as it
before
goes.
we could keep moving.
Yeah,
Big guy, hold up in the road. I'm gonna take out my
we need to
camping
fix
pack,
that.
well, explorer's pack,
Okay.
and I guess I'll have to fashion something out of my bedroll. I actually like this bedroll.
Um,
I'm gonna fashion a cloak out of it so we can cover this guy's head.
did you bring your explorer's pack with you, Sir Varden?
I I think I might have tried, but I feel like it sort of the straps fell off of it and
Yeah.
it
I mean, I was gonna
swung
Yeah,
say,
onto the ground.
maybe.
I was just about to say it'd be covered in like mushrooms and old rotted apple
Oh,
cores and things like that. So, but
Yeah.
yeah, it would have pretty much been stuck to the ground.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take out my bedroll out of my explorer's pack, and I get. Let me see.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's all about. I'll be able to use to make him some type of cloak to cover his face at least, so we're not walking. Nobody notices it.
All right.
Hopefully.
So I'm just gonna erase the explorer's
And
pack because that withered away. And yeah, his common clothes aren't great, so.
I'll work on fixing those later, but for now we'll have to make do with that.
Are y'all gonna leave him cover
He
the moss?
The moss?
he kind of
Can we take it off
he
him?
Sorry,
he kind of
yeah.
like dumps the rest of the explorer's pack, just like rusty pythons and things fall out of it. But as you offer him a cloak, he goes in one of his remaining like belt pouches, which is also falling apart at the seams. Pulls out two sort of grimy but still intact gold pieces, and I'll give you 2 gold pieces.
Oh, I was just gonna do this because I didn't want to get attacked by the townsfolk, but thanks.
As you look
Ugh.
at those gold
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
pieces, they look ancient.
These are
Like you've only
rusty
seen
as hell. I'm not even sure if these are still good.
you've only seen that design in like history books back when you were learning about the age of Faerun and such.
My
Would,
goodness.
would we be
Oh,
able
these
to
could be.
see how
These,
old they are?
these are just novelty pieces at this point.
I'll let you run a history check to see how old they are.
Let's see. I got a 10 on my history. Wait.
Oh wow. Okay. Well,
Like
we
a
should
plus
have.
10? That sounds crazy.
Oh no, I just It's like not a plus 10. I got a 16. My bad. It was a flat 10.
Oh,
We
you
should use
rolled
yours.
a 10. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes
Yeah,
more
that's
sense.
fine.
I was like, where'd that come from? With a 16, you would remember that these coins are they are I don't have a different name for it, so I'm just gonna say more than 500 years old.
Jesus
Okay.
Christ. I'm just gonna put these in a separate pouch for my gold. These will be novelty pieces, I guess.
That's nice.
Maybe I could put them into a piece of chest plate or something. We'll find out later.
Yeah. But
You're
Go ahead.
thusly wrapped in this like tarp, pretty much. It on close inspection probably would cause some glances, but a passing glance in the crowd, it'll cover the head, the shoulders, the moldering moss covered chainmail. Anyways, so it's a start.
Right,
okay.
go ahead, Daphne. What were we gonna
Well,
say?
when we town, we can probably try to get you something, and maybe I don't know if you can. I don't know if you should shower. Actually, we'll figure it out. I'm sure we
I can
can.
repair some of like the broken stuff, but not everything.
So
Yeah, but he's also.
just to be super clear with everybody, his chainmail is broken to disrepair, unusable condition, and his clothes and leather pouches, like everything he had that you would expect someone to have, is all gone. Like
Oh,
it's barely
oh
hanging
man, you
on.
need a whole new set of clothes. Never mind.
Yeah, he doesn't have
Yeah,
nothing that's good. It's all
we
as old as the coins. So
Mm.
okay.
Here, I have some
We actually
traveler's
still
clothes you
have
can
some
borrow, but they're not gonna fit.
chainmail. Yeah, and we have a chainmail actually, according to our notes.
yeah, I know you do.
So I think we'll give it to him because I don't think any of us could wear it when we were.
No, we can't.
I can't wear it.
Yeah, there you go.
All right.
Too heavy for
So
me.
we'll also give him this.
So Varda, are you gonna take off the chainmail you're wearing?
Oh, I I thank you greatly for this gift. Um, and
Yeah.
I think it's not so much that he takes it off, is that he just kind of like pats at it and it falls away in rusted patches.
Oh,
As
Until it
it
just sort of disintegrates to
as
dust
it
entirely.
falls, you feel little bits of like twigs, like almost pluck off you. That feels like almost like hair being pulled, as little bits of roots from the moss was on your skin.
God.
well, be
Before
careful,
you
boy.
before you don the other armor, your regular clothes. Are you taking the traveler clothes from Zrag?
Drag, yeah. I'm not wearing them, so
They are made for someone who is 3 foot and changed, correct?
Yes, yes, he is.
yeah.
I I I think like it would fit on my arm
Your skinny
We
well, but not the rest of me.
because of how
So
thin your body would be, it would go over your chest, but it would look like You know those girls that go to the beach with the shirts that stop about, right? You'd be rocking one of those with the shirts. The pants don't have
I'll,
the pants don't have a chance.
I'll yeah, I'll keep my tattered clothes, but the new chainmail should help a little bit too.
Alright, so the new
All right.
chainmail, and then he made you like a little cover cloak. Like it's not a proper cloak, but you can use it to keep yourself covered.
Yeah.
And you got your fresh chainmail, so let's put your AC at 16 where it should be. Now that you got a fresh
Thank God.
chainmail on.
Luck that we had one.
Yes, luck.
It says it in the.
I know where it says
And
it.
Okay.
and that's gonna give me disadvantage on stealth too, correct?
Right.
Yeah.
Not that you had advantage in
Alright.
the first place. So.
Yeah.
Alright, so you guys finish redressing your corpse friend, and you make your way down the road. Does anyone have anything else they want to do before you get there?
Yeah. Wondering, do we need to clean Sir Varden off or something? Because I'm wondering, will the townspeople react to his smell or his look?
Oh yeah. No.
And we could
Mr.
try brushing off some of
Jenkins.
that moss.
Mr. Jenkins always had me apply his cosmetic enhancers to help cover up some of his facial deformities. I could try to work my magic.
Yeah,
Because
sure. If he's okay.
I don't know how these townspeople are, and I don't know if how they react to like technically an undead.
Yeah.
I
Did anyone prepare
I
prestidigitation by chance?
I do not have it, sadly enough.
Nope.
Shame.
I feel that I kind of looks down at
Can I
the
actually change that?
grimy pin he picked up. Mm.
Sorry, is it...
Oh, it's talking DM. Sorry, I was wait. Let me double check.
Alright, let's let Varden finish his thing real quick. Sorry. Sorry for the
Yeah.
interruption. Go ahead.
I feel that I was a respected sort. I am sure they will be content with my presence, but if not, rest assured I will keep a safe distance.
Well, I'm done telling people who's alive and who's not, but if you're willing to test it, then we should go for it.
I am sure these wonderful new armors and cloak I have been given will be more than sufficient.
I hope
Okay.
so.
Did you have a question, Zach?
Hold on.
Yeah, you want to ask?
Oh yeah, I was gonna ask you. Oh, could I actually change one thing, like the booming blade out for prestidigitation?
Since it's a roleplay day, yeah, I don't mind that.
Okay.
Well, remember we gotta pick in the morning at the start, but
Right.
it's also
There we go.
session 1,
Save.
so...
Save. There we go. I can try and clean you off a little bit. I just walk up and cast prestidigitation on him.
So it doesn't
that's long.
fix any of the clothes. Yeah, I had to practice that word to be perfectly honest.
Yeah.
But it doesn't do anything for like the way the clothes look or anything because they're so far gone. But it was enough to get rid of that overbearing rancid smell that's been coming off of him in general. So.
That'll have to do for now.
The moss looks very nicely trimmed and watered now.
A little bit that's left, yeah. The one that was on his chainmail, like his helmet still has the moss on it, and his leg. I'm guessing there's leggings too that he was wearing, some type of legging.
Probably face, beards, you know.
Yeah.
But
And
the
then like
where corpse ends and moss begins is a bit blurry.
yeah, until he fixes that.
Right.
All right. So yeah, you guys will be reaching the city of Alaki from the east side of town. Let me bring y'all to the city. Oh, why is this? Got that on.
Oh.
Oops. Why would dynamic lighting be turned on? That's silly. Okay. Alright, You guys are entering from the east side of town. Um, the road meanders into a valley that's watched over by dark, broody mountains to the north and south. The woods recede, revealing a sullen mountain-berg surrounded by a wooden palisade. Thick fog presses up against the wall as though looking for a way inside, hoping to catch the town aslumber. The dirt road ends at a set of sturdy iron gates with a pair of shadowy figures standing behind them. Planted in the ground and flanking the road outside the gates are a half dozen pikes with wolves' heads impaled on them. The wall
Hmm.
itself is 15 feet high. They're all vertical logs, and they seem to be held together with thick ropes and mortar, which is like that old plaster they used to make before cement. Um, and the top of each of the logs has been sharpened to a point.
Alrighty then.
Hmm.
Fun.
So you guys are approaching.
Mm,
The gate is
yeah.
closed. It is closed. That wasn't
Oh,
clear.
well, this is odd.
In
And
order to
go ahead.
Yeah, in order to address the concerns of the other travelers, Varden will just sort of stay back, stay as hooded as possible, just kind of shamble at the back of the party. Try not to seem too dead or conspicuous.
Okay. Um. Okay. Yeah, you're just standing back. That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah. So you guys see the two shadowy figures standing behind the iron gate doors that are closed between the gate, or what makes the
Oh,
gate. So.
right. One sec. I'm gonna go ahead and put up my hood. I'm not sure if they're gonna get nervous around a goblin.
Hmm. That's a
Oh,
good
never
good
mind that
approach.
problem.
Who's
No way.
are you guys approaching
So,
or?
yeah, I'll approach.
Right. As you walk
Um,
towards the gate, the male of the two guards will, and just they are humans, but the human figures of these guards will come to light, and the male will turn both of them pikes at the ready at the edge of the gate. Their spear part at like resting on the iron bar, ready to go, and he'll just say, "Who are you? Where do you come from?"
well, I don't remember. They're for Strahd, right?
What?
Damn it. It's fine. We're just here to visit. We heard there's a festival. We were sent from someone by someone.
Another festival goer, eh? What,
Yeah.
were these wolves' heads not enough for you?
What?
The
Well, that's hardly a festival.
the the woman guard will kind of like wipe away towards them and be like, they may not have been here for the last one. So you're here for the next festival. Are you going to be helping with the creation, or are you here just for the celebration?
Um,
Celebration.
yeah.
Yeah, of course. Well, you missed out on the
Wait,
Wolf's
wait,
Head Jamboree. You said what?
wait. Oh, I'm interested. Do they pay for the creation?
Well, you can just be a part of the big events. They happen all the time, though. I mean, the Wolf's Head Jamboree was but a couple days ago. They're practically fresh heads out there still, and right now,
Hmm.
they're putting together the wicker to make the blazing sun.
Hmm.
Oh,
Uh,
okay. Hmm. I'm okay
Either
then.
what?
Never mind.
either way, we welcome guests for the festivals. So you go ahead and come on in, and they'll open the gate for you all.
Yay.
It is roughly,
Okay.
I'd say about 11:30, 12 in the afternoon at this time as you guys enter the city.
Right.
The city itself is somewhat busy and it's got a better temperament than the last one that you were in, but it still does have that bit of gloom on the overall of it.
Well, this is a little better.
Yeah,
Maybe
it
I
actually
can
is.
work with these people.
They were doing something for the sun. I like the sound of that.
I miss the sun. It's only
Yeah.
been 3 days, but 3 days without the
Oh,
sun is groggy. Ugh.
it's kind of weird. I would agree.
Yeah, it sucks being kind of cold all the time.
Are you from here, Emperor?
Say again?
Are you from here?
No,
Where are you?
Mis-
No.
Mr. Jenkins heard about this place and saw it as a good opportunity. So
I thought the
here we
same
How
came.
thing.
long have you
Yeah, and here I am.
been here? Yeah.
I've been here for hard to keep hard to tell without the sun. I think I've slept a few dozen times. Uh, Usually Mr. Jenkins keeps track of that, but yeah, we've been to a few different spots. I can't remember if we came to this town. Again, he keeps track of that. I just tag along. I miss him.
As you guys walk down the road, you'll notice all of the civilian looking buildings all have their doors closed, some even with their windows shut. Um, those that are out and about, they are mostly either taking away or bringing in different parts of what look to be like banner stuff, or um, perhaps even setting up like food stalls and wood and lumber, the different things that you would need to put together a festival. Um, the first area you pass is this big open area, which, if you look down to your left, looks to be like a large stockyard with various different compartments and even a little wagon uh, inside of it. Uh, uh, do you want to turn here, or are you going to keep going down the road?
Hmm. I'm kind of curious what's down there. I mean, unless y'all have been here before.
Nope.
No, we've never
Oh,
been here.
So,
well, might as well explore if y'all are willing.
this whole city was not here last you remember.
Oh, wow.
This is not a city that was here whenever you were up.
Is to me. I guess I am curious for this sun festival. I'm curious to talk with a captain of the guard, perhaps. See who I can see if anyone remembers me. But I am content to aid you wherever you would like. Shall we see what lurks in yon lumber yard?
I'm mainly just trying to find a shop so we can get you some clothes.
So there is
Primarily boots.
well, if you guys want to keep going, then we can look at other stores and stuff that are around.
Okay.
Okay.
The next thing you're gonna pass is a building that looks like a, what do you call those? Like a bar. You see the wooden sign that hangs on the swinging pedestal, and it's called has like a close up of a raven's head with a big eye looking out, and underneath it just says Raven's Eye. Um, and then if you keep going down the road, in this corner here is what looks to be a kind of like a general goods shop. They have a mix of stuff from clothing to potions to uh, even like low tier regular weaponry.
You guys want to go in?
Y'all want to stop here, or
By all means.
Let's go in.
perfect? I'm not sure if your money's good here, Sir Varden. I'm not sure
Yeah.
how old this money really is, but yeah. Nothing against your money or anything. It's just, not sure if it's still legal tender, really.
I find it hard to believe they would change the mint of Barovia.
I just pulled out a second coin and pulled the same coin out and pulled him up to his face to show him a comparison. Like, this is the current coins that we're using right now, and here's the coin you handed me. Notice a difference?
The pictures are different, but gold is gold.
True, but sometimes really old gold can lose its value. mainly due to, well, just decrepitness. For instance, if I bite on this, I'm worried it might just break.
Any dragon could tell you that. It must not be the case. We shall see at the checkout counter, shall we?
It'll be interesting.
Okay, thanks for that.
Definitely. Let's go.
Thanks for. So you walk into the shop. It's has a couple people shopping in there. It's a fairly sized shop, and behind the counter is a human man that kind of has like a medium build, pretty like dad bod almost kind of look, a little hefty black mustache and matching black hair. And as you guys walk in, he'll just welcome. You look new. I haven't seen you around Valaki before. How is it I can help you?
We are pretty new. We're just looking for some, well, I think we're looking for some clothes for our tall friend
Sir
here.
Varden, big guy behind us.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mhm.
He'll shuffle closer to the counter, but trying to keep his face barely visible beneath the hood. And just kind of like stick out the remaining handful of coins.
Oh,
Are these any good here?
he'll look him over and he'll just. Yeah, I haven't seen this type of tinder in a while. We pull this out of the old family crest or something.
Something like that.
Those things look ancient, but money is
Well, I'll be
money.
damned.
If it makes if it keeps my shop
Yeah.
in town, then I will use it.
You have a boot for the left foot in a size 15.
That is incredibly specific, sir, but I will have to check. However, I must ensure you that I sell boots in pairs, so you will have to buy the right foot as well.
Do I have enough there for that?
Oh, was that your whole stock? Were we trading off that? Um, let me look again. And he'll look. You got what? 7 gold and 9 silver
Yep.
and stuff.
And some gross pocket change.
He'll he'll look down at that. He'll look up at you and say, "It looks like it's just enough." You get the sense that it's more than enough. But let me go see if I have quite the large boots. Feel free to look around in the meantime.
Hmm.
I'm gonna look around the shop to see if I can find any lodestones.
Lodestones?
Yeah, it's something I need to cast mending. It's one of my cantrips.
Oh, okay. Lodestones.
I didn't.
Guessing you don't need that. I'm guessing you need a much smaller version of a lodestone.
Yeah, hopefully. Hopefully I don't need like one of the huge ones. I know, right?
Yeah, I just pulled that up and I was like, that
When I was
is
looking up my
a
components, I was
lot.
like, oh my, yeah. I was looking at my components. I was like, Jesus. Thank God it didn't say it consumes the items too. I was like, ugh.
As we're sort of meandering around the shop, Sir Varden will sort of shuffle over to Alistair. Is there anything you are looking for in this city?
I guess just more gear, really? That's about it, really. Is this like a
Gear.
shop that would have gear that we need?
Yeah.
Looked like a general store.
Like,
I think they're just gonna have like the real basic
yeah.
stuff. You know.
Are we
Yeah.
looking for anything in particular?
I'm looking for an amulet of health.
Mm.
Oh yeah, you
Mhm.
have no health.
Yeah,
Wait, do you need to
it's
rest?
pretty bad. No, I have no health even
Wow.
after a rest.
Jesus. Okay.
What happened
Ugh.
to
She
you?
has
Pretty low.
less health than our warlock.
Yeah, it's really bad. I rolled like
Uh,
twos and threes.
yeah, it's been rough.
It's been embarrassing.
Two
Yeah.
y'all could use that amulet to be honest. But He'll come back after a short moment with a pair of boots that are pretty large, and he'll even have a folded set of clothes. And he'll say, "I'm not sure if these will fit, but I did have two sets of clothing for a man of your size, and I had a few different pairs of boots. No one really buys them this size, so they do sit around for a little bit. I hope they'll be of your liking."
Excellent. And without trying them on, he'll just take them and like leave the pile of change and the like now broken remainder of the purse on the table.
Like all of it?
All my money that I got left.
Okay.
I mean
You're all gonna witness
the
him put down 7 gold, 9 silver, and 10 copper for one pair of boots and one set of clothes.
and a set of clothes. I mean that's a bonus. And I mean the wallet itself has fallen apart at the seams now, so we'll just leave that too.
As the
Hmm.
bag sits down and the coins rest, they literally just rip through the cloth that was holding it together.
I thank you for
Um,
your kind service, good store manager.
yeah, I have a question for the store manager.
He'll like move
How
the
much do you
cloth.
sell your clothes for?
He'll like move the cloth and he'll start picking out the coins. You know, the reasonable amount, I'd say.
I think Daphne will put her hand on the coins that he hasn't picked up and say, "What is a reasonable amount to you?" Because I don't think this is reasonable.
Well, the boots, the clothes together are easily 5 gold.
Ah,
Yeah.
perfect. And she'll just take the 2 gold coins.
Yeah,
Glad we
we
had this
don't.
discussion.
I can only imagine. Oof.
Yeah. And I'll just hand it off to him and uh, back to Gordon and just say, just make sure to ask how much things are before you give your money away,
I'm
please.
gonna say if you do this, Sir Varden is already like out the door. You can see his shadow kind of like waiting outside next to the storefront.
Okay, well then,
Maybe stooping down to like put on the new boots.
okay. I'll hold the coins for now.
That's
Um,
2 gold, 9 silver, and 10 copper,
mhm.
all ancient. Um,
Oh, ancient, okay.
uh, and yes, you did find a small sack of mixed stones, and in them you do find a handful of lodestones. Although
I just think that if
Sweet.
we let
How much
this
are the
guy
how much are the
do this
lodestones?
work,
the
Sorry.
shop doesn't seem to have any
yeah.
jewelry, just so you know. But the lodestone, as you ask that and you bring up the 2 lodestone, he'll say, how's a silver apiece?
All right. Good enough for me. Oh. Do you happen to have anything you need me to need repaired around the shop? Maybe. Sorry, I'm being a little bit frugal here, but
No, the shop's in pretty good repair. I have to
mm,
keep it up to some high standards due to our burgomaster's preference of constantly having these festivals in our town.
constantly.
Of course, you haven't heard, we have a festival almost every week, and I
That seems a
believe
bit excessive, actually.
he announced his next one is
Mhm.
that festival of the blazing sun, and so that one's gonna start in like 3 days, and so I have to keep the shop in pristine condition for all the
Hold that word. Hold
newcomers.
that word. Sir Varden, come back in here. Sir Varden. Okay, forget it.
Do you lean outside?
Yeah, lean outside. Sir Varden, get your butt in here.
Yeah, he'll
I'll
shuffle
go in.
back in. A soggy, moldering boot has been left on the sidewalk, and 2 nice new boots have been fit into. Um, I
I just tap the
y-
counter and
y-
say, he mentioned something about they're having another festival. Something about the blazing sun in like 3 days, I think. Right?
oh,
Yeah,
the sun.
the next festival will be in 3 days. It's The he's deemed it the Festival of the Blazing Sun. It's a much better theme than the last one with the wolf heads. It was rather grotesque in my opinion, but I am just the
Yes,
shopkeep.
I
Interesting.
the sun I miss the most. I have never seen this place. If this is really Barovia, I've never seen it shrouded in such gloom. The sun will be welcomely mentioned, I think. Do you know what the festival entails?
Well, it's good to see you all in good spirits. Baron, he could be a little unfavorable to those who question these festivals. So, but this next one, as I mentioned to your friend here, it's going to be the Festival of the Blazing Sun. They're working now on putting together a sun to catch on fire with some wicker, I believe, out in the square.
Interesting. Maybe we can pick up a lead on one of our cards. Oh, here's your 2 silver. Thanks for the lodestones.
Ah, of course.
If
Come
you ever
back
need a
anytime.
repair of your boots, let me know.
All right, then come back anytime.
While I am here, good shopkeep, what do you know of this town's guard, its protectors?
The the guards? Oh, they're. I mean, they're all right. I mean, we haven't had an issue in a long time, so I guess they're doing a good job.
Do they have a captain?
Well, not particularly. I think the burgomaster has just hired them and has someone do their schedule, I presume. I can't imagine he sits around doing guard schedules. But he did hire them and he runs the town, so it's kind of a twofer.
Ah, I see. So this burgomaster uh, is the protector of the village.
No, the burgomaster is some also refer to him as the mayor. Is pretty equivalent in title, but every village has a burgomaster. Doesn't yours?
I'm not sure.
I'm not from a village. Don't ask me.
Yeah, me neither.
This festival does bring
Excellent.
in a lot of strange folk. How have you never heard of a burgomaster? Your villages must be in disarray, or you live out in the forest.
Sorta. More like a mountain, but okay.
I travel.
Alright, well,
Mm.
if you can find some time to talk to him, perhaps he'll be able to help you out.
Right. Where can this burgomaster be found?
If he's not helping with the festival directly, then probably his chambers, his mansion. If not there, then there's always again, maybe doing a round with the guards, see how everyone's doing. He's pretty attentive. He's a
Yes.
pretty attentive guy, so he's kind of everywhere. So,
Does he have a specific look? Like, does he look a little bit different from any of the guards?
uh,
That way we know what we're looking for. We don't just interrupt the guards while they're doing their work.
oh, well, he doesn't.
Mm.
I mean, I guess you could say he looks like a guard. He tends to wear a blue garment underneath his uh, armor. His armor has this big gold emblem. It reminds me of elephants. Something a creature I haven't
Oh.
seen in quite some time. But um, yeah, it has a gold cane as well. So perhaps that'll help.
Thank you. Got it. Blue garments and a gold cane. I know what I'm looking for.
And
Duquesne,
maybe you could
gold
also
garment.
point us to his chambers where he usually stays. Or at least, you know.
Do be careful talking to
Mm.
him if you're new to town and don't know of him. He's not the friendliest of chaps.
Mm.
Mm. Noted.
Nothing a good boot polishing can't fix.
I'm
It's
sure
like getting
he'll
a haircut.
I'm sure he'll always appreciate the fresh bootlicker.
But liquor. I said polishing.
Um,
Use whatever tool you wish, sir.
Ugh. Ugh.
oof.
I'm just gonna walk out disgruntled. I'm never not coming here again.
Varden will follow. His shopping is done.
I'll also just leave.
I
Okay.
also leave the door.
I'm
was
standing
it
outside with my arms crossed.
was it something I said?
Probably, definitely.
Oh. You guys are back out. And yeah, so you got directions to go. You got this little halt pathway here. You got the big pathway up here. Wherever you want to go.
Okay.
I think
Well, now
So we
possibly
that
got two.
we've
scan.
You came in real
Hello.
choppy. What?
yeah,
Yeah. Let's see. I think for Sir Varden anyway. Can we see down from here to the main festival plaza?
Uh, it's a little windy. Let me see. Where's the square? You know what? Yeah, if you look down this road, the square is this big open area right there.
Yeah.
Oh.
I might keep an eye just to see, like, is there anyone with a gold cane and
You might wanna,
fancy blue clothes
like turn
marching
your mic off
around
first.
the sun?
You might wanna turn your mic off for a second, and then turn it back on.
Fair enough.
So it sounds like we got our heading to the festival square.
Let's see what he
Mhm.
wanted to see.
Oh, I think he was saying he wanted to look for the blue cane and well, not the blue cane, the gold cane and the blue
Yeah.
garments for
Okay, so you wanna look
the
for
Yeah.
burgomaster.
Okay, you wanna look for the burgomaster. Are you just looking, or are you gonna walk down there? That's what I was just trying to figure out.
If the group has other inclinations, we can go any direction you like. But left to his own devices, Varden will probably meander down there to check out the proceedings and to look for the burgomaster.
Um, I think that we should also see if there's like the inn around here that we were supposed to go to.
Oh yeah, I'm tired of sleeping in the
Oh,
woods. Ugh.
oh, I don't know how it's gonna go, but hopefully we do have a place to stay.
Alright, so
We'll
we're
see.
heading this way, right? So, we'll head that way first, so I'll give you that. So
Mhm.
as you guys begin making your way past the shops and homes, it seems to enclose on this section of the town, making a town square, and it's kind of decorated right now with lamp tattered garlands and painted wooden boxes that seem to be filled with dead flowers. At the north end of the square stands like a row of stocks that are locked in, which has crude place for men, women, and children to stand. And then there's against the wall there is a plaster of donkey heads. Um, in the center of the square, peasants in patchwork clothes uh, kind of eye you all suspiciously, especially your lizard and your two tall friends, your two new tall friends. Um, and then they like cup they use their cups and vases to draw water from a crumbling stone fountain in the very center of it. Um, Standing tall at the center of the fountain is a intact gray statue of an impressive man facing west. And all around the square, you see different posters of proclamation, um, and you guys can read those if you'd like.
I'll go read them.
All right.
Mhm.
They
Narration.
have like a little crude drawing of like a wolf's head at the top of it, and it just reads, "Come one, come all, to the greatest celebration of the year, the Wolf's Head Jamboree. Attendance and children required. Pikes will be provided. All will be well. The Baron."
Are they required to be in these festivals every month? Every week?
Let's look what. No, yeah, that's looks what like what it says. That's kind of weird.
That is
Yes,
definitely weird.
very odd.
Mm.
Oh,
Around that time,
let's
Nope.
you
keep
see
searching.
I could think. Wonder.
as you guys are deciphering that image, you see a bald man order two guards, uh, go take down those posters. We gotta put up the next ones by tomorrow. And the guards will go around and start ripping the papers off the wall crudely, including the one directly in front of you guys.
Mm.
Hey, that guy looks like he's giving orders. Maybe you should go talk to him.
As you look
Yes.
over, he's like looking
Servard,
at a clipboard, writing some stuff.
Servarden will kind of like get a little too close before announcing his presence. Hello?
Ugh,
Gre-
you're a bit too
Greetings.
tall to be just walking up on people like that.
Are you the burgomaster?
No, I'm Isaac. I'm his hand.
Ah, where can the burgomaster be found?
That is who you're talking to.
Oh.
The burgomaster is quite busy. Do you have questions, newcomer?
Yes, questions I would wish to ask of the burgomaster.
Well, I'll hear them first, and then if it needs to go further, we will go further. What is it you
Can I
need?
roll for an insight check on this guy?
Sure.
Hmm.
What's your plus?
Let's see. Sorry. I think it's a +2 if I'm correct. Yeah, it's +2. So go ahead and roll. I got a 12.
I remember I roll your insights.
Oh, my bad. Right.
It's all good. You said your plus was what? A 1?
2.
2.
Yeah.
Cool. You do believe that he is a close worker of the burgomaster. It's hard to tell which role he
Mm.
plays, but you know that he has a high standing in this town for sure. Even though he gives off a rough, almost what do you call that? Standoffish attitude overall.
Okay. Gotcha.
Does he have his axe on him?
The axe would be, I imagine they have it like on like a hilt or like his back, something like that, like they
Yeah.
used to have back in the day.
Yeah. Sir Varden just like makes it visible that he also has an axe hanging off his belt, like axe solidarity.
He'll look at your axe.
Yes.
He'll look at your axe unamused and state again, do you have questions or can I get back to work? There's a lot to do.
Yes. My first question is, what is this town?
Oh, we could.
Okay, so we're that far behind. Okay, well, this is Valaki, and we run festivals here. Lots
Wow.
of people
Jeez.
come here for the
That's all you do.
festivals.
Sorry.
Secondly, is it always this gloomy, or is that just the weather lately? I remember it so much brighter.
He'll let out another sigh, and under his breath, he'll say, we really gotta get a welcoming service. Okay, well, we like to believe we're on the brighter side of Barovia. These festivals keep the attitude of everybody on the up and up. That's why they're mandatory. Everyone must attend them if you're within the city, because it's the only way to keep hope and faith for everybody.
Mm.
Excellent. Lastly, I hear that you are hiring for a captain of the guard. I would like to submit my application. You seem to have developed a problem with brigands nearby. Some noble son named Strahd has been abducting businessmen.
You wish to be employed by us? The only issue we have are those nasty Vistadis. They went and made a camp not even far from the town, almost in embellishment of their existence. But they are not allowed in this town, and we keep them out just fine.
I see. Well, consider my name if you should change your mind on the leadership structure of the city guard.
And what name is that?
Sir Varden of the Moss.
Of the moss. Is that why you wear the moss-covered helmet? And have it? Is that in your beard? You wear moss and come asking for a job.
Hey, don't mock the moss. Moss grows only in the direction of the sun.
Moss is really
Yes.
nice.
Well, I hope that'll be
I
here in
mean-
the town square in 3 days when our sun is ablaze.
I
We
do
do it.
look
Oh,
forward to that.
I got one question. Well, two really.
I'm
One,
sure
we're
you
looking
have
for an
multiple.
inn, and then two, we're trying to find a winery around here. I think. Right, Daphne?
No, not here, I don't believe.
Oh, my bad. Sorry. Never mind. Forget the winery. But we are looking for some place to stay. If y'all have an inn in town.
The most popular inn that people go to is the Blue Water. You'll find it just north of the square. People like it for its short walking distance to the festivals.
Thank you.
Are you guys? You said when people visit, so we are allowed to leave, correct?
With this city, yes, if we don't have to
The
provide any
city.
rations for you, that would be great.
Okay, great. He sounds.
He sounds
We've
like the
just been
rest of them.
trapped here often. Yeah. He's yeah.
I gave y'all one nice guy and you walked away because he made a bad joke. So.
Well, no, yeah,
Well,
mocking my cavalry, of
thing.
course. I'm gonna walk away. Everybody else could have stayed inside.
Well, I was okay.
Solidarity.
He also tried to steal from the poor guy.
I had to
Yeah, he
steal from
tried
him.
to
Oh,
steal and then.
I offered my
Oh
services.
yeah, that reminds me. I would give Burden his coins and just let him know that he should probably ask how much things are before he pays for them. It'll
Isaac
be
would have
helpful.
already walked away as soon as y'all stopped talking to him.
It's okay.
Well, okay. So we know that they have a problem with Vistani down south, sort of.
Yeah, they're the
Uh,
ones that trapped us here. I imagine they might have trapped you here, actually.
yes, yeah, they brought me in here, told me there's gonna be work, and now I can't leave. It sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it seems jobs like the sun are a scarcity here.
Yes. Well, no one really. It's not much to do if you're just stuck here.
Right. Now, we
Yeah.
have amongst ourselves one cobbler, if I understand,
Yes.
one circus performer for a gambling man.
No. I am a champion of the people. I do all manner of things. From slaying beasts to incredible feats of labor, I do it all.
A footman for a gambler. And
Oh.
what employ do you two have, Daphne, Alistair? Do we have some mission here?
I I just want to get out of here. I want to be able to leave. I don't I don't really have a job or anything right now.
One of those cards, I remember, said something about an elf living among the Vistani. Maybe if we go to those Vistani, we can find that elf.
Possibly.
I mean, unless we need rest. I don't mind going to the inn and resting. But
I should let you guys know that everybody has a very split idea of Strahd, and when we see the Vistani, they are very supportive. You guys should be careful what you say to everybody.
okay. This makes things trickier.
No, just see what they think before you say anything.
Gotcha. So ask if we can help the elf. Maybe. Well, I don't know. Or that we're looking for him.
So who are these Vistani again? What are they? Who are they?
There's some guard that will bring people into this weird fog and they just trap you here. That's how they got me.
Yeah, but
Uh,
anyone, yeah, they can leave. Everybody else cannot. Strahd gives them the ability to leave and go.
According to the
Well, I
remake
mean,
according to the remake of Curse of Strahd, they are totally not gypsies. Totally not. Totally.
What is it? What do you mean by that? You cannot leave. We left the forest. We came to the town. We
I
could
can't
leave the
leave.
town and go back to the forest.
Well,
well,
not
not this
leave the
town.
not the forest specifically. I'm talking about Balaria. Oh, Bulvaria. There we go. This place. I don't know. I'm not from here, but this whole area. I try to I walked around the gate that they brought me in and tried to walk through the fog, and I found myself choking, and I ran back. There's some kind of weird magic about the fog, and you can't leave.
Hmm. So it is more than bad weather.
Yes, definitely more than just bad weather.
Mhm. And Strahd
Sure
controls who
is.
comes and goes.
Okay, so got it. Strahd's the one controlling this weird thing, and the Vistani are in favor of Strahd. Maybe we can
It
fool
might
them
also
and
be,
get in there. Trying to
yeah.
think.
Well,
Do you,
I don't know. They didn't seem to. They might allow us to go there. They seemed very giving and forgiving. They
mm,
were aware that someone stole something. They didn't really seem to care.
oh, this is,
So we can go there, but I do think the mention of Strahd should be
well, yeah, I won't bring up
um
Strahd's
yeah.
name. We'll just say maybe we're looking for an elf, and well, a dusk elf specifically.
I am exceedingly confused as to how some young aristocrat has become a weather wizard with an army of monsters. I will, while
I
we
think
are here, look for some history, so someone who can tell me what has happened.
yeah. I think you should also consider that it's been a long time. A lot has changed. He's not really that young anymore either.
Clearly, he must be a withered old man. This this village. I remember the shapes of the mountains, but I do not remember this being here. That stonework we passed, that was new to me. Clearly, it has been at least I thought maybe 10, but possibly even 20 years.
You, hmm. Well, how old were you when, well, do you remember how old you were before, you know, I don't know what happened,
I'm guessing he got
but
buried.
I I
yeah,
I I I had a half-life celebration. I had passed half a century.
Oh wow. Okay,
That
so you're at
much I
least
remember.
50.
oh,
Oh,
okay.
50 for wait, you're human, right? Because I've seen human
As
before that
far
are like half something else.
as far as as far as I remember, although I am now partially moss, I think.
Yeah,
No, it's not a bad look for you. I like the moss. It's fine.
yeah, it's fine.
Let us
That's
then find an inn for those who do not sleep in the forest underbrush to stay, and I will keep an eye out for a library or a records of some kind.
okay. I don't know if you guys need rest. I just need to, well, we just need to speak to the keep.
Yeah, you guys can.
Oh,
So we can go do that.
yeah. Okay. Wait. Well, I don't. It's not really a keep. Remember, it's more like we're looking for the burgomaster, who's kind of the leader of the guards. But he seems kind of off. Or we just got to try and find him. That's gonna be the tricky part. We found one of his leader
Oh,
dudes. Isaac, but
No, we're also here because we were here to return someone. We don't have her, and that's who we were giving her
oh,
to.
okay, gotcha.
Yeah. So that's why we have to go tell him that we no longer have her.
Okay, lead the way.
So let's go. So we can make our way to the inn that we were instructed to go to.
Okay. Alright, so yeah, you guys just head up the this path right here, and when you get to this corner, to your left, you see a another wooden sign, um, and on it, it has like it looks like the look of waves, and it just says Blue Water Inn. And let me bring y'all inside of here. So that's that. These people, yeah, that's fine.
Um, has any of you guys heard of a Tatiana?
Not that I know of.
Okay.
Okay. I'd actually
I'm
rather just have
asking
this.
because he might have been alive when she was alive, right?
It's not
Tatiana?
we that I.
Whoa.
Hmm?
I
Yeah,
just heard him come in like super broken up.
It,
it's very strange. Whatever your walking order is, here are your tokens. Boom. But yeah, did you ask him that directly about Tatiana?
I asked everyone, but I was wondering if he would also particularly know of the Tatiana.
You, since you remember
Uh,
the Zarovich, you would definitely remember that Tatiana was to be wed Strahd's brother, which I'd have to look up his
Hmm.
name. But you guys have reached the inn as that question is asked. And yeah, you can make your way inside. You see a man at the bar. You see, barkeep. Um, this door over here. Oops, I opened the wrong layer. This door over here is open, and you see a couple people in this like back room area. And then you see a whole table of people just drinking and eating. So, guess you could pick a table and take a seat.
okay. And the door's
Yeah, go ahead.
closed. Let us in.
Uh,
The map feels
Oh, the doors.
so
Okay.
map feels so small. Oh, is it
Yeah, they
lock?
don't
Is
let
it
you.
locking you out behind doors again?
It was
Oh,
locked.
just the
It was,
Yeah.
bottom one.
it was kind of
Just the
weird,
bottom
yeah.
one.
No, I opened the top one for you guys to let in.
Yeah, it's just the bottom one.
Yeah,
When you
we can
try and go
stay down
through it,
here.
for some reason, it doesn't let your character through.
There
That's
we
all.
go.
Oh, now we're
Okay.
good.
Yep. Yeah. I hate when that
Yeah,
setting's on.
it's when they're closed.
I never
Yeah.
noticed it when it's on. I will just say that the table extends far enough for everyone to get around it.
Yeah.
It's so they made it so small. I might have to stretch it between sessions, but or you push these two tables together. We'll do it that way. But yeah. So yeah, you guys can take a seat here in the Blue Water Inn, where it's a little chattery. The air itself is a little bit gloomy, like usual at different places, where it's not like cheerful banter. It's more like people just talking to each other. They're all drinking different types of ale. It doesn't seem like anyone's just drinking regular water. Um, people are eating. So, um, the smell in here is much better than anywhere outside, as you have the smell of fresh beer mixed with fresh bread and some cooked meats from the back.
Nice. Hmm.
Give you this
Hmm.
music, even though it's a little cheery. I don't have like a
Hmm?
tavern. So, but yeah, you guys have done quite a bit of talking. I don't know if you guys have any other conversations you want to have, but we're gonna just use the regular menus that we
Yeah,
always have.
I think in because I'm not sure if I came through before. In response to that question, Varden will say, "I, I do remember a Tatiana. She was. I had never laid eyes on her, but she was to be the bride of Sergei von Zarevich, another of the Zarevich family. Is she around? Have you met her?
No, she's died, and well, that's who Strahd believes is the young person that we brought, well, that he took from us. Even though she was
Well,
supposed to marry his brother, as you said,
oh,
but
she
he killed his
cannot be
brother.
that. Oh, did he?
Yeah. Well, that's what he said.
What a beastly young man he has turned out to be.
Hmm. I'm glad you're starting to get the picture.
He could not
He's
be young. It
definitely.
has been at least 20 years. Hmm.
A
He's a vampire. Are you aware?
a man will walk up as you say he's a vampire. He's got a nice beard and salt and pepper hair. He looks rather old, and he's got a couple scars across his face. Um, and he'll walk up and before he, well, he'll stop his greeting partway in to say, "We don't talk about Strahd within the walls of Water Inn. This place is a haven after all."
Fair enough.
Okay.
I will
Oh,
fight that.
I consider this place to be a sanctuary from the evils within the land, and Valaki is a great harbor for it, so if you haven't noticed. Maybe a bit on the sadder side, as most of Barovia is, but please don't speak of Strahd and his people. That said, welcome to the Blue Water Inn. How can I help you? Would you like a room for the night? Perhaps something to eat? Are you here for the festival?
Yes, and no. We were sent from the town across to bring someone here, his sister.
Ah,
Um,
and I only see you, ma'am.
Irina.
I only see you as a possible sister. Are you the sister?
No. Do you know Irina?
Oh, she's come for a festival or two, but I haven't seen her in years.
Did you not know that we were coming?
No, I never know who all is coming. But, please, where is Irina?
Well,
Where's...
that's
Let yourself down.
that's a
well,
good
we got some
question.
bad news for you.
I well, no, we don't. We just hopefully she finds her way here.
So, you
We've
were
been looking
hired
for
to
her.
bring her here, and now you
Yeah,
hope
and
she
then
makes it?
well, we left her in the festival area, so hopefully she'll show up here. We just thought she'd be here,
I'm gonna make you roll
and
deception.
hopefully we'll figure
Gonna
that out.
have you
Okay.
roll deception. Especially on that stumbling,
Yeah.
almost a forest. I love that.
Well, before this, we thought that we should try to lie, so we'll see.
Could have just not mentioned her.
I didn't think that he didn't know. I thought that she said.
Hmm,
I thought that he told.
that's funny.
I thought he told him. That's an 18.
Okay, he believes that you left her over at the festival. Oh well, perhaps I'll find her sometime within before the festival's over. I'm sure she'll be around. Well, for now, you said you're not here for any food. Would you like some drinks? I have some wine options.
Oh, what
I
are
would
they?
like a glass of water.
All right, water for the. Oh, are you half plant?
At least a healthy percentage.
Well, that's new. But patron is patron. Alrighty, a glass of water for the green giant, and for the rest of you, I have purple grape mash or perhaps some red dragon crush.
Could I have a pitcher of water?
Okay, get one upped, Mr. Grassman. Get.
Hydration
I
is
was
important.
thinking of Red Crush.
Alright, a glass of red dragon crush will be 1 silver.
I'll hand him the silver.
Excellent. So I'll bring around a big old thing of water, a separate glass of it. And is it just the one red dragon?
I'm fine. Thank you,
Mm.
anyways.
Not a problem. I'll go get that for you. And as you converse, we have plenty of rooms to offer. And if you let me know how many you need, I will give you a total price. And they do come with a dinner involved. I'll
Okay.
head over
How much is the?
to the bar.
Okay.
Sorry, when he comes back, you can give him the rooms and stuff. Way to
Okay.
spill the secret, Irina? Or about Irina?
I didn't. I thought that we asked him to send a note for her, but maybe he didn't do it, and I wasn't sure. Or I think we have a note for her.
You have
I
the
didn't
note, yeah.
realize.
You could have just
Yeah,
not
I thought
handed
he
him the
sent it, but
note.
we have it. Yeah, it was a it was a slip of a. Yeah,
Oh, now he knows.
should
He's
have said nothing.
gonna look for
Yes.
Tatiana. Or, I'm sorry, Irina. Get me all mixed up here. Yeah.
Yeah,
You
I know.
guys, I guess you guys have the decision after you settle your room for the evening. It's still pretty early in the day, so are you gonna go looking around town more? Uh, he told you about the Vistani camp. Do you want to talk to people? What is it you guys want to do next?
Hmm.
It
Oh, I'm not gonna
border,
bring up.
border,
Trying to
you're
think.
muted. I don't know if you know that. I haven't heard from you in a minute.
Mm.
Trying to think.
He might have a phone call. I heard the phone ring a bit ago.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, we
Yeah,
got like
I
one.
think.
Sorry, go ahead, Varden.
Yep.
Yeah, I think once the party has made their, new abode, more or less, probably his next order of business is to go pace the city streets and look for a library, an abbey, anywhere they might keep records.
Okay. Zrag?
Uh,
I was thinking about like our next heading. Really, just all I can think about is that Vistani camp.
Alright, he's stuck on
we
the
can
Vistani.
definitely go
Yeah,
back.
that's what my mind's stuck on.
Daphne, go ahead and you're
Yeah.
chiming in.
I was just gonna say I could join him in the library. That sounds interesting.
Okay, so
If there is
Varden
one.
and Daphne are gonna go for a library. Um, Zrag is
Well, they,
considering looking for the camp. What about Impius?
I think the Wastani camp does sound interesting, but I'm not.
I don't.
Hmm.
I don't think we should
Well,
separate. I was just thinking
yeah,
about it.
I don't
So
think we should separate either.
yeah.
I think heading to the library first might be for the best. Just gather what information we can. Maybe get
Yeah.
like another beat on these tarot cards. I'm still not. Impius wasn't really informed on those, but I guess those are going to be our sort of like goals for the time being.
Yeah.
I didn't read them to you, but they are in the notes of like the
Yeah,
Strahd
if you go to
notes. If
Strahd
Yeah.
you,
notes and you scroll up, you'll see each
yeah.
card and what they were told, what that card means by the seer.
Hmm. I see.
Sorry about
Yes.
that.
I mean, I could read them. I don't mind that.
Secret castle.
Just so they're said out loud again.
Oh, here,
Always,
one sec. I got them.
always good to have a
So
always good to have a refresh. So
yeah,
the first card was seek a cask that once contained the finest wine, of which not a drop remains. They did talk to the Vistanis at the Vistani camp where the seer was about that, and they suggested that the best wine comes from the Wizards of Wines, which is in the far west of Barovia. Second card was an evil tree grows atop a hill of graves where the ancient dead sleep. The ravens can help you find it. Look for the treasure there. No reference for what that is. The third card is that which you seek lies in the womb of darkness, the devil's lair, the one place to which he must return. They also don't know what that is, but those first three cards represent three items that they need to find in order to take down Strahd. The fourth card represents someone who would help them take down Strahd, and that one was look for a dusk elf living among the Vistani. He has suffered a great loss and is haunted by dark dreams. Help him, and he will help you in return. And then the fifth card is where the finale takes place, the final fight, big encounter. He lurks in a hall of bones in the dark pits of his castle.
Hmm.
And the seer told them what each card represents. So the first three are stuff they have to find in order to be able to take on Strahd.
Do we assume that this information gets shared with the party over over drinks at this bar?
Um,
we,
Well,
I'm
I
at,
think I would have told you guys what I was telling you. I tried to, but
you told
I
us
didn't read it
before.
through. But
Yeah.
yeah,
yeah,
the
I
char-
didn't.
yeah, the
Sorry.
characters remember exactly what was told for sake of lore. So Daphne or Silas or Callister could have told you all about each card.
Hmm.
Oh,
Okay.
Sorry about that.
He'll come
You're good.
back.
No worries.
He'll come back with the pitcher of water and a wine and water pint in one hand. He'll put down the pitcher of water close to our crocodile friend. He'll put the cup of water in front of Sir Varden, and then he'll slide the wine down to Daphne. All
Okay.
right. Well, is anything else I could get for you? You all look rather new to town.
I'm actually a little curious. We got like a little bit of, or we went to go see a seer, and she read us our tarot card. And do you know anything about some ravens? You know, in any areas might be a little suspicious.
Well, I'm not a fan
Perching
of the
on a hill.
birds myself, and there's quite a few ravens, but I'm not sure what they have to do with anything.
Okay. Yeah, no, just
Mm,
curious if like you've seen them
maybe.
gathering in any area, like a weird amount other than migration amounts.
Well, I don't really leave the city. It's pretty safe here. It's, you know, we don't. I hear that Strahd makes rounds, and I haven't seen him yet, so it's been
Mm.
pretty nice.
Okay.
Mm,
By by rounds, you mean he travels from his castle to visit
Hmm.
towns like these?
Well, from what I hear, yes, I hear he makes his way to all parts of Barovia. I'm not sure how he gets around. I mean, you all came from outside of the city. You're telling me you've never ran into Strahd or perhaps one of his people?
of course.
Oh,
We have.
he hasn't come to Valaki, and I mean, I'm not saying it's true, but perhaps Baron does have a point, and perhaps these festivals are what keeps the devil at bay.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Of course,
Is that what you're thinking so far?
there's many that don't believe it, and it's more so a rumor, if anything, or whatever. But you know, they tolerate it, and it being only lights, but I mean, I guess too much of a good thing is always bad. We hear people also complain about how it's no more than a dismal affair. So, it all is point of view, I guess.
Okay.
Hmm.
Hmm. Well, we might be coming back later just for some rooms. I don't think we're gonna need them right now, but
Well, you're welcome to pay ahead,
one,
and
two, three, four,
I can give you the water card, the waterfall card, and that'll guarantee that you have a spot.
Okay.
Each
How
room,
much would that be?
each room is it's 4 silver a night. Let me see, there's
Hmm.
6 of you, so perhaps 3 rooms.
let's say about a little discount, because
Hmm.
I think we're probably gonna be coming back here quite often.
You come to the tavern and you don't order food, and then you demand discounts.
Well, I'm just saying we're probably gonna be in town quite often, because currently we don't really have anywhere to stay. At least no permanent lodging.
Well, if you bring about patronage, then perhaps we can look into discounts after patronage has been given. But to promise a future patronage before one's been given, it's hard to follow. It is a business, after all. I'm sure you understand.
I do.
Sir Varden will reach out his closed fist and open it and reveal the change that he was given back by Daphne earlier.
2 gold,
How
9 silver, and 10 copper. Right?
these for as many rooms for this group as they will afford.
Oh, okay. He'll grab the money up. He'll count it. Let me do a divulge real quick, just to get that number right. So that's plus 4 gold a night. 3 rooms, right?
Hmm.
Think so,
That
right?
works with me.
Yeah.
Alright, so
Sounds about right.
3 rooms is 12. Oh, that'll cover 3 rooms for 2 nights, as well as gratuities. Unless you would like to add 3 more silver, then you can have 3 nights, which will bring you to the festival after all.
Hmm.
I'll put in the 2 silver.
Alright, 1 more silver, and you guys have your rooms for the next 3 nights.
I'll give him another gold.
Oh, I was asking for a silver. Is this tip?
Yes, you may keep it.
Oh, wow. Well, thank you so much. As I mentioned, breakfast, dinner is included, which will be a nice hot beet soup with some fresh bread. And then if you add, well, I tell you what, for the wonderful tip, I'll be sure to include the nice wolf steaks that we have.
Thank you
Ooh.
very much.
Oh,
You are most
yeah, thank you.
generous.
And he'll reach into
Well,
his pocket and he'll pull out 3 hand carved wooden cards with it looks like a waterfall pattern on top of them. You just show those cards when you walk in, and whenever you go upstairs, you'll find that there are some rooms for you.
huh,
Thank
thanks.
you.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Hmm.
I am heartened to see that although decades have passed, the townsfolk are as good-hearted and generous as ever.
So when you guys look up,
Yeah.
you'll notice it's a open concept type of tavern where the center area has a balcony above it, and so the whole middle area is just fully open. So it goes up about 50 feet. 25 foot is the first balcony, another 25 foot to the ceiling, and it has a slightly vaulted style to it. Um, the stairs here lead to the left balcony, which has three doors on it that you can see from where you sit, and then the other stairs, those outside. How do you get to those stairs? Is that a balcony? No, that's supposed to be how they get up there. Yeah, okay.
Oh,
Looks like there's an outside entrance to those stairs that bring you, if you scroll up slightly, to the other balcony. So you'll see a door that I guess leads outside, and then a couple other doors next to it. That's an interesting style.
Guess if you don't want to walk right through the tavern, you can just go right upstairs.
I guess so, yeah. Good for drunks.
Also, just having more than one exit's always nice. Like if a
Yeah.
fire, you don't have to all rush out down the stairs.
Yeah.
Alrighty, well,
I guess.
you guys can figure
Yeah.
out the rooms whenever you come back here.
Alrighty then.
Yeah. Does anyone want to do anything else here?
No.
Okay.
I'm good.
Border, did you have anything you wanted to add or anything, man? Okay, I think he got a call that's taking up his
Well, he's
time.
typing.
Oh, I think he just messaged us.
Maybe you're right that he got
No,
a call.
yeah, he talked in chat.
Yeah, Sir
Oh,
Varden will
full
just
20
pour the glass of water through his helmet, out his beard, down his shirt, and then set it back on the table.
I'll also chug my entire pitcher of water.
Have you changed into your fresh new clothes yet, or no?
He did.
Yeah.
I probably haven't put on the new clothes
Yeah, I
yet.
thought you just did the boots because you did an alleyway. So, I mean, if you want to stop by your room and change, that was a great time.
Sure.
Do you want to? Do you want to take the stairs up to one of this room or this room, or do you want to take the outside stairs to one of these rooms?
I'll take one of the outside rooms probably.
It's not really an outside room because once you go up the stairs, there's a door. Here, let me scroll up for the string part. So once you go up the stairs from outside, there is a door at the end, which you have to go through to get to the other doors. But yeah, if you want to make your way up there.
It doesn't matter too much.
All right. Which room are you gonna pick? I mean, I guess you can kind of see inside though. So. And is someone joining Varden for that room or no?
I'm good right now.
Yeah. Okay.
Actually, while they're going to the library, I'm gonna hang out here and just work on that thing I told you about.
Okay. You might need to let me know. Okay. So.
I'll message you in Discord.
Okay. So Varden, we'll say that you went upstairs and you changed to your fresh clothes. Are you going to leave your old rotted clothes in the room, or are you going to take them back out and try and toss them somewhere?
Just leave them like in a pile in the corner.
Okay. Then you got your pile of rotted, nasty clothes in the corner. As you were changing, you noticed that some parts of your skin still have a bit of moss on them, as well on top of the jerky skin that you got going on, bark-like jerky skin.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then you put on the regular clothes. You put your chainmail back on, and I guess your moss-covered helmet back on, along with your mossy beard. So you got your whole style going now. And yeah, I'll put you guys back to the map. Oops, that is the big map. Smaller map. Alright. And yeah. So, if you guys just want to look for a bookshop, this is like shop center around there. But I'd imagine one of these is a library. So I'll say it's this curved building here. Why not?
Hmm. Um,
Excellent. In which case, Varden will drift towards that anyways. Who has come along on the the voyage of learning?
I will tag
it's
along.
gonna be, yeah, Daphne's coming too. I, okay.
I'm
Is
working on
there
something.
is there
Oh,
I'll see you guys later.
is,
All right. See you, Gordon.
okay.
is there any signage outside of this place?
Um, not really, but through the window you can see massive amounts of books on shelves. A nice library look from the outside. There we go.
And we'll kind of stoop and step in, probably.
Making a little what do you call this? A legend up at the top in the forest of these circles, so we always know what's what. But yeah, you can walk in. The nice fresh scent of leather-bound paper is fills the air as you walk in, and you see little signs on top of different shelvings with different genres like short stories, um, history, um, crafts, things like that.
Yeah, we'll uh, we'll drift over to the history section for sure.
All right.
Yeah.
I forgot to make Zrag's token visible on stream. There you go. Yeah, you can go over there, and you're gonna find a whole bunch of different type of history books. Go ahead and roll investigation, and let me know what you're looking for.
I have a solid -1 to that. Okay. So 15 -1 is 14. What Sir Varden is looking for specifically is anything that could fill him in on Barovia's history. Anything, it probably won't be there, but he's keeping an eye out for anything,
Okay.
anything about Strahd, um, and possibly anything else that would remind him of his own town, wherever or whatever that might have been.
Okay.
He's almost looking for anything to jog his memory.
So you will find a book with a 14. You said so. You'll definitely find a history of Barovia book. And whenever you grab it and start looking through it, you'll see that it doesn't really have like years and dates for when things were, but it's rather chapters are based off of like events and notable things that have happened or things that were learned. And through that, you learn that. Uh, oh, I mean, um, it's gonna take a while to read through it. So, from a glance, I would say that you learn at least that there was an attack by Strahd on not only the people but his family. That
Mm.
which they call the chapters called um, the Nightmare Strahd. Strahd von Zarovich, whole name. Um, and then you'll from other titles you learn of Valaki's creation, um, what the fog and what they know about it, which is very little. That it exists, that it suffocates, that you can't leave through it. And then the arrival of, or the rise of the Fastanis and how they've become a major part of not only the land but the way that information and items are moved throughout the land.
Yeah, he's in there. I mean, for a little while, like poking through the pages, looking at all this stuff. And I think just slowly coming to the realization that all of the haphazard rumors that he's heard today are more or less completely true through this book. What are the other folks doing while Varden is, thumbing through history?
Yeah. Daphne, you wanted to go to the library. What are you looking for?
Mm, I'm also looking for information on Strahd and the fog, so that and I have a thing I'll be looking for that I'll ask you, I guess.
Um,
Message you that.
they don't have like you want to know like about him or like
No,
her.
but what you were saying, I was wondering if there's something we were missing. That was all.
Um,
Like he
no.
told us his version of the story, but I'm wondering if there's like a historical, like if everybody has a different idea. I don't know.
I guess I would say it'd be part of the nightmare chapter, where it would, I mean, that's not much of a different point of view. It would just probably be in a much more harsher tone rather than they don't know what they were doing, so I corrected them tone. The tone, it'd be all about he was jealous of his brother's love and wanted her, and when he attacked the brother, Tatiana uh, threw herself off of the building or castle rather than to marry him, and this drove him to a rage where he ended up uh, gathering a number of people that were on his side of things and attacking his parents, the people, and eventually was known to be cursed, but they don't know who put the curse on or what exactly the curse does. But the curse, at the same time, uh, at the same time that the curse happened, the fog appeared.
Okay. All right. Mm.
Are there any illustrations in this book?
Um, I imagine there'd be a couple crude drawings of Strahd with like his mad face, all like stick figurey, but nothing like proper.
Yeah.
Just like other people were renting the book and mad face and Strahd, typical book defacements.
I see. Hmm. This does confirm what you have said today. So,
Mhm.
Strahd has grown into something of a problem, and this fog must be dealt with in order for you to leave and in order for my sunlight to return.
What do you know what happens when you get sunlight, or is it
Well,
just
things grow, the forest
oh,
blooms, life rejuvenates. We move from
eh,
this dreary autumn into a beautiful summer.
so will you grow more foliage? Is that what you're or
I am sure it will be good for the moth, but I am not so concerned about myself. Look around us. They cannot live like this in this gloomy mire. This is not the land I remember. If if I am not sure exactly why I have woken from such a long slumber, but I was in life, I think, a protector, a steward, and I will continue this. I will make this place right.
oh, okay. Well, we can help you do that.
Have you met him?
Strahd,
Strahd.
yes, we've met him.
What was he
Silas
like?
and uh, he was egotistic, I would say, and yeah, he didn't seem. He's very egotistic. He has a forceful, but he doesn't seem worried. He knows he's very strong. It's why we realized that we were too weak to fight him as well. I don't know
Strong
if I hope we can beat him.
in what way? He must be very, very old by now.
Well, he's a vampire, right?
What is that?
Oh, hmm,
Yeah.
kind of like yeah. Well,
I'd talk, but I'm not there.
good point. Creature of the night kind of thing. I don't know if they drink blood here, but heard they are privy to drinking blood. They live for a very long time. It's why I thought that maybe you believing that some of the way that you remember things, maybe you've been in the ground longer than you think because, well, he's probably lived for a lot longer. And hmm,
50 years?
I don't know all the. Do you mean he's lived for another 50 years?
100 years? How old are you implying he is? How long have I been sleeping?
Oh, can I ask you, how long did people live before you died? Is there because I'm 100. I've been like you you know people live for like a very long time. Well, not people, not
100.
humans. Yeah.
I My village had good healers. We had excellent herbalists, and so some would even live to the ripe age of 65.
Hmm. I think some humans live longer than that now, actually. Um,
Has medicine
Possibly.
come along
Maybe not
that
here.
well? Good.
Well, here they're actually set back a few years than what it's like outside of the fog. Maybe you should go experience the world outside of here. They're a little behind.
Hmm.
How,
I, my, I
I didn't
myself
remember.
might be a little
Oh,
behind at this point.
that's why you should go explore. What year is it outside of the fog again? I do not recall.
1490s,
And then here it's, you said seven.
790s.
Ooh, okay. Yeah,
You
wait.
haven't asked anyone what year it is in here. As I just
Well,
told you that
no,
information, so you would know the state of the technology and such in the inside Barovia. You guys don't know that they see it as still maybe 800 DR.
oh, I hadn't thought about it. Um, I just realized you're really old. Like, how long have you been in the ground for?
That is
Did
a
you
question.
feel anything?
I do not remember. I do not even think I dreamed. If I had anything from that slumber, it was just the feeling of growth. I remember brief flashes of what came before fields and forests and sunlight. I remember there was danger. I remember I was trying to protect something or someone. I think I fought. I think I might have been killed. But I was hoping this book would give me a number of years. I am not sure. I'm not sure how long.
Um, I don't remember if you said how when the fog came according to them, if there was a certain amount of years.
The book doesn't give years or anything. It just has like a series of events, and there's no guarantee that it's in any particular order. But they did mention that it was in the same chapter where you learned of Strahd's attack on not only the people but his family. That someone put a curse on him, or something put a curse on him, and at the same time that he got cursed, the fog appeared. That's all you really have for a timeline.
No years. Okay. Okay.
But, and he kind of closes the book and slides it back on the shelf. I suppose it matters little. I have returned, and there is a problem that must be dealt with. There are people here that need to be protected. So, we will help you find your way out of this place. You have my word.
Oh, okay. Um,
Reluctant help. Yeah, I guess. Thanks.
well, no,
I guess.
no, she's also not making promises to anybody. She does have her own, and I myself am starting to feel really bad. Um, um,
um,
it
I would
it was
say at this point it's probably about 2:30, 3 o'clock ish in the day.
okay. Were you looking for anything in Chris? In time?
Looking for a book on a cob. Not the
On a what?
craft, the people.
The goblin
Okay.
people.
No. Cobblers.
Oh, cobblers. That would be in craft section.
I went ahead there. Do I find any book? I'm not looking about the not about the trade itself, more about the people that do it. Like
You roll
if there was like a
investigation. See if you find the book.
alrighty.
See how
Let's
you
see.
do.
That is a fat 5.
Okay. Um,
Okay.
they seem to have every craft except for anything to do with clothing.
No clothing books.
No weavers, no cobblers.
Ah, a shame. Oh well.
Did my thing work, or do you want me to roll for it?
I was gonna have you roll for it. I guess we
Okay.
can do that now. Um, what are your other tools? I think it was smiths. You said.
Yeah. So, it was the smithing tools, but I'm only combining the things that I need for my what's it called right now? My casting focus, at least.
Oh, you're just putting the leather and twine on the hammer.
So I'm putting the leather and twine, yeah, on the hammer, basically like affixing the hammer to like the end of the quarterstaff, taking off like that pommel that's usually at the top of it, and then fixing that hammer at the top.
Okay.
I rolled a net 20.
Okay.
That's a bit surprised. I could send you a photo. I'm surprised
It's
myself. What the hell?
it's I mean, the leather and the thread is supposed to be touching your hand as well, not just like on the hammer. So
Okay, then
you'll
I'll just
have
wrap
to,
that around my wrist.
yeah, I was gonna say you have to wrap that like around your wrist or around the like a handle on the quarterstaff.
Okay, yeah, I'll wrap it around my wrist and use the thread to basically make like a way I can tie it to my wrist.
Okay.
little bow, basically.
All right. Cool. Um, I mean,
Free
yeah.
up one hand. Haha.
I guess that does work. Yeah. You can. Your quarterstaff has the mallet. That it will. Hmm, I guess it could do mace damage, so just the 1d6, even if you two-hand it. So it's gonna take away the versatility in it because you gotta change the quarterstaff aspects on the top.
Hmm.
But yeah, you can fasten the mallet-like hammer to the top of it with the leather and thread, making a sort of handle. Is it one that like you can like slip your wrist in and like it ties to it, or is it just like it's on your wrist and then like you're just gonna grab the staff?
It's just on my wrist, and I just grab the staff.
Okay, so you like makeshift a coif or not coif,
Yeah,
a
bracelet.
yeah, I'm bracer. That's the word. Um, cool. Yeah, that's fine. You can do that for sure. That's a very interesting concept. All right. So are you guys done with the library?
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And your one friend Zrag stayed in his room to work on his quarterstaff thing. Are you gonna go back there to get him, or what would you guys like to do next?
Uh, maybe we can save that role play for when Salis is here, but I was hoping that he could, you know, kind of shapeshift as Arena eventually, because it's gonna be a problem soon.
Oh
And
yeah,
I
for
don't know if
sure.
that should be
Yeah,
done by him or
y'all will get to have that
okay.
conversation, and also
Okay.
you didn't go to the magic shop, so I guess next week he'll be able to be here for the trade. But at least you got your decrepit friend in regular clothing and such, so that's
Mhm.
nice. Cool. So yeah, I guess y'all could just go back to the inn, regroup, and then I guess we can pick up next week where you guys leave the inn. It's roughly about I'm gonna say 3:30 in the afternoon. Put that there. If you guys have any notes you want to put down so you don't forget by next week, go ahead and throw it in the Roll20 chat like I always suggest. And then I guess we will pick it up next week.
Cool.
Okay.
Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and stop this.